Hello. Hello, hello. Hi. Teehee. You see new things. Oh, there's so much more. Oh my goodness. Wow. You guys really remixed, huh? Oh no, you were just part of the next wave of remixes, Anna. That is amazing. I love it. Thank you all so much for the remix. I appreciate it. Mimbim, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for the freaking 19 months. And on tier 3, with that, you saw one of the new alerts. I'll replay it so you can see it again, because that is one that is exclusive to tier 3s. Only tier 3s will see that visual. The sound is the same for everyone. But yeah, there's different alerts, different new alerts for everything, basically. Um that is the regular one. That is the no, actually, that's I'm lying. Wait. This is not correct. Twitch, you are fucking up. Hold on. No. That Oh, it plays it. Wait. It plays both. Twitch is confused. That No, wait, I'm so confused. I don't even remember my own alerts. That basket is the hype train. Where was the sound for that? There we go. That is really soft for me. I have to change that volume. Yes, Rin, I'm aware of the lights. Oh my goodness. I don't know which belongs to which anymore, but that should have been Chris's one should have played a clip. Twitch, are we good? Hold on. See, that's it. I literally, you can test this as much as you want. You guys are just free testing all the alerts. Jane, hello. Thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate it. How was your stream? I hope you had a wonderful stream. Thank you so much for coming over. I appreciate it. We were just trying to figure some things out because Twitch is not doing the things it's supposed to do. Twitch is not doing the things it's supposed to do, and I'm confused. Hold on. So first and foremost, also Jane, I hope you had a lovely stream. I think you were doing Zelda today, weren't you? I hope you had a lovely time. If you need to go raid and run, raid and rest, please make sure to do so. Of course, you are super welcome to hang out here. Your community is super welcome. I promise to take good care of them. With co-working for 5 hours and then some gaming. Oh, that sounds nice. That sounds nice. In this case, isn't really tech issues. It's mostly just Twitch being confused. Okay, the hype train one. Hold on. This is my old alert. This is not the right one. Thank you guys, by the way, for all the support and trying out all the alerts. I'm gonna fix it before we want to try out more, because the one from Chris should have played a clip. It's very important. You wanted to play Zelda, so you did it. I love that. Sometimes you just gotta give in. You just gotta give in to the thing that you want to do. Okay, I can see why that is very quiet. I fixed it. Look, a hype train just started. Anna also found the new emote. I was wondering how long it would take for someone to see that. Also, for everyone who just joined, I hope you guys are doing so well. I know that I haven't done the proper thank yous, and I'm gonna catch up on the activity feed. Okay, I promise. I promise. But I just want to make sure that the things are working, because this, I'm confused. Exactly 200 bits spent. I'm gonna replay your thing, Chris, just to make sure, because I don't know why it's broken. Because that is Sweeties. That is 100 bits. But that should have had TTS, which also didn't work. That's not new, Anna. That has always been there. The only new one is the one that you just discovered. There is no new planty emotes. You like these? Oh, we're going to talk about those as well. I'm very happy with those. But I'm mostly confused as to why Twitch is not doing the things that it's supposed to be doing. That is very weird. Text to speech. Say cheer message. It did read out the message for the sub earlier, because this was Burb's one. And I think it, yeah. See? That worked. Although, I think this visual is wrong. Twitch, what are you doing? That's supposed to be a plant. Yeah, the sound works. The sound works. But that is a 36-month resub. And 36 months is 4 Twitch babies and 3 years. And I have a special alert that is set up. Oh, I know why. Hold on. I have an idea. Thank you guys so much for the hype train. I appreciate that so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I have an idea as to why this happened. I'm gonna now try again. I fixed it! Because Burp deserves a plant. Because Burp has an anniversary resub. I love that you guys somehow now saw all of the resub variants. You saw the tier 3. Oh no, you haven't seen the brand new sub. There is one for a first-time subscriber as well. So if someone subscribes for the very first time, they get a special one. If someone subscribes on tier 3, there's a special one. If someone subscribes for an anniversary, tier 2 doesn't have a special one yet. That is mostly because I ran out of visuals. And I couldn't find a good one to match it. So I'm still searching. That's nice, Nuts. Let's go. Let's go. But yeah, and also I feel like tier 3 is like next level celebrated, so I wanted to prioritize that one. Not to say that tier 2 is not important. Gift subs count as subscriptions, but they have their own alert. They have their own alert, but that also means that I now figured out. There we go. You get a little seed packet if you subscribe for the first time. Butterfly, thank you so much for that brand new sub. What the heck? I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. Please enjoy all your subby perks for a whole month. So it's like you get a little seed package when you subscribe, and then you have I see something. Hello? Alerts? Come on. You got this? You wanted to be the first. I love that. That's really cute. Okay. It's cute. Oh, it's not broken. I was like, is it just not working? It's just cute. Twitch is like, we need to think about this one real hard. Mm-hmm. It'll probably play in a little bit. I think Twitch is like, we don't know what is going on here. This is chaotic. Thank you guys for the chaos, by the way. I do appreciate that. Oh, now that one played. Why did that one play? Kung thank you so much for the 7 months. I appreciate it. Please enter all your subby perks for a whole month more. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't know why yours is not playing, Faye. I'll send a test alert so you can still see it. That's a gifted sub. Thank you so much for gifting a sub to Gardner Gibbs. Gardner Gibbs, please enter all of your subby perks for a whole month, courtesy of Faye. That's really, really sweet. Sound is 10 out of 10. Yeah, we have multiple Nintendox sounds. When I thought about it, I was like, yeah, sorry, I now have to. I just have to. I love myself some Nintendox. Also, someone followed earlier, and I don't think you guys heard it because you guys were remixing. But let me replay that as well because it, then you can hear it. Who made the visuals? It's a pack from Etsy of someone who does a lot of pixel art. So it's an Etsy artist. Also Bailey Wookerman, it's good to see you. Yeah, it's I figured, originally my follow alert was the Switch. So then when I was like, I want something new, I was like, obviously I have to go for the DS. The previous handheld device from Nintendo. It's going amazing. Progress is coming along so quick. Let's go. Let's go. I'm so happy to hear that. That sounds awesome. But yeah, I figured it would be fun to have some alerts that are like nostalgic, that bring back some good vibes. I don't know why Twitch is struggling to actually play them. I did figure out why the bit thing from Chris wasn't playing, so I'm also going to replay that. And Chris, I think you're going to be happy with this, okay? Hold on. Twitch, why you gotta be a bitch? That's my fault. I did that wrong. It's my fault. I now also know why the TTS for Sweetie earlier did not work. I now figured it out. So to explain to you guys why, Twitch bit setup, like if you have your whole list of alerts, is hierarchical. So your most general alert has to be all the way at the bottom because otherwise it will always revert back to your most default one. So that one has to be at the bottom. So first it will basically check all the rules that you set up, even though if you set up a bit alert for, let's say, exactly 69 bits. I saw someone cheered that, so I will replay yours as well. It will be like, oh, let's do the default one because it's like, oh, that's the first in the list and it matches, which is so dumb. And I had forgotten about this because Twitch also doesn't tell you this. You literally have to figure it out. And I remember the last time I changed my alerts, this is exactly what happened. But Chris, this is the only clip that stayed the same. Just to give you guys a little bit of an idea, out of all the bit clips, that's the only original one I kept. All the other ones have changed because I really wanted to. That is such an iconic one. I couldn't change it. That is like deep channel lore that had to stay. But I saw that, Sweetie, you cheered 69. obviously that had to be the lube clip. When I was picking my clips, I was like, that's gonna be the one. So for your guys' reference, it is also in the panels down below, but the special alerts, like where all the clips play, the amounts or the numbers are below. These are the same that I had before. I just like changed the clips apart from the shoe one. There is one brand new option though, and that is 670. That's a brand new one that I added. I'm not going to say anything more. We'll figure it out at one point. It's a brand new one. Also, I'm going to check if Sweetie's text-to-speech plays. I figured it out. I figured it out. There we go. It now works. Okay, so sorry for debugging live with you, but I feel like you guys now did get to experience a lot of the new alerts. You guys now know, which this is part of today's, I don't know, like review, I guess, the raffle. The alerts is obviously a really big part. I spend so much time on this. Holy shit, setting up alerts and like finding the graphics, finding all the sounds, setting them all up, making all the clips into... Cuckoo, what the heck? Thank you so much for 5 gifted. That's really, really kind. Look how cool this is. Also, amazing that this now actually worked. Again, I couldn't test this until we were live. These widgets dynamically update. Remember how when we complete the daily goals multiple times, we do multiple streams, multiple wheel spins, sorry. This dynamically updates. How cool is that? So we actually completed it once. I saw that. And then it ups it so that we can keep track. It's easier that way to see, you know, also. Brilliant. Thank you, Donnie. Thank you for trying. Thank you for trying that one. Thank you so much for the bits. That is really kind. That also means we have actually completed the daily goals. I do notice that this updates with 100 instead of 1,000. See, there is so much to do when you do this. Also, this goal, very important. This is the Partner Plus goal. We finally have an overlay for it. Biggest downside is it needs manual updating because the Twitch API for that number is horrible. So there's no widgets available for it, but this widget allowed me to set up something custom so I can manually update it. But this is the Partner Plus goal. That's our daily bits. And that is our daily subs. And the daily bits and the daily subs dynamically update if we reach the goals. That way we can more easy keep track of, like, you know, the wheel spins. We're gonna do two wheel spins. You guys have one from yesterday and one from today. There's also a new profile picture. Yeah, Walmart, those Twitch devs really need to get their ass back to work. It's also really good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Also, I need to update the command and post something in Discord for like today's reveal, but obviously I wanted to make sure that I could share it with all of you guys who are here first. So there's one thing I want to do. I love how this is like so prepared, so prepped, and still it's so chaotic. For anyone who's ever streamed, you will know the pains of changing things in your OBS. It never goes as planned. It genuinely never goes as planned. Nothing ever works, but it's fine. We try together and we fix it together and it will all be okay. I just want to make sure. Hold on. Increment amount. Save. Okay, now it worked. At least it worked. Hold on. It worked for me. Hold on. I make sure it works for you as well. I go fix. Oh, Okay, see, again, more stuff. You guys probably can't even see it, but now they're slightly overlapping. That's another thing that we're figuring out as we go. Wait, no, they're not overlapping. There we go. Sweetie, thank you so much for the 150 biddies. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Hold on. Because I was in studio mode, so okay, I fixed it. But yeah, these widgets, I'm actually really happy with them. I love that there's like a really subtle animation. I love that they're like floating a little bit. That just makes me happy. I don't know, it's cute. But you guys thought that this was everything, but this is not actually everything. Because there's something that I've done, and this is a very practical thing. This is something that is right now, it's not gonna make like a super big impact. It's not gonna change anything per se, or like something really big. Also, hold on. I can fix this. Look. There we go. Now the PP goal is updated as well. But I did something, and this is something I've been meaning to do for a very, very, very long time, okay? You know how whenever I do a co-working stream and then I take a 2-hour break and then we do a gaming stream, I have always wanted to be able to go from co-working into gaming. Sweetie, thank you so much for the 104 biddies. I appreciate it. Thank you. I have always wanted to be able to do that. Not because I don't want to take dinner breaks, but just because, sometimes there might be an occasion where I want to do co-working and then gaming, or a mix of the two, or maybe even co-working and IRL on the same day, which I kind of had a workaround for by adding the IRL and the co-working sort of together. But for anyone who's ever worked with OBS, in OBS, you can make different profiles. And if you're live, you cannot switch between the profiles. So I had a profile for gaming, and I had a profile for co-working, and I had a profile for IRL. But then if I was doing co-working and I wanted to switch to gaming, I had to go offline to switch the profile, and then I would have to go online again. That is partially where originally that dinner break came from. And my entire streaming setup, my entire schedule, for a part, was dedicated by my technical limitations in my OBS. I love my schedule now, so I don't think I'll be changing that anytime soon. But to have a little bit more flexibility, that is really nice. So I finally, with redoing everything in OBS, took the plunge and merged everything together. That also meant, and that was why stuff like this was a lot of work, I had to redo my entire Stream Deck setup. I had to redo every automation that I have set up for stream. Everything had to be done from scratch. That's why I said yesterday, I described it as, I approached this as if I was a brand new streamer, setting everything up from scratch. I redid everything. I literally started with an empty OBS, and I started building it from scratch, brick by brick. But not OBS portable, no. Just the normal OBS. I have no reason to use OBS portable. It also does not like Stream Decks, unfortunately. Oh, all day, Rosalia, it took me an entire week. That is given the fact that I could only do it when I was not live streaming, of course. But I worked on it in evenings. I worked on it an entire Wednesday. I worked on it a Friday. I worked on it on weekends. Is the mic a bit out of sync? It shouldn't be, but for me, it's not. Need to refresh. It is for me. Oh, it is for some, but not for all. Yeah, if you guys could try and refresh, see if it fixes itself. If it doesn't, then I need to look into it. It shouldn't be different. I do think I had a very small delay, like very small, on my original setup, which I don't think I've taken. Yeah, so, okay, still a bit off sync. That is good to know, because I think that means, there's a hair stuck under my glasses. Now it's better. Okay, so it gets better if you pause and unpause or you refresh. I had a very, very minor delay originally, but like, I don't think that would be noticeable. That is noticeable in like a recording, but it shouldn't be noticeable on a stream. Okay, I will look into that. Those movie clipboards, you can just do that. There you go. That's your movie clipboard. But slightly still, yeah, okay. So then I think that is actually, you guys, that's impressive that you noticed that, especially on a live stream. I can just take the delay that I had on my original setup. I had completely forgotten about that. Fun fact, like I said, I set up everything from scratch. I had not thought about this. So I love that you noticed, because that actually means that I can fix it before I record anything. That is good. That is really good that I can fix this before I record anything. Because honestly, that would have sucked if I recorded with this. Like, because in a recording, especially if you try to edit based on sound, then it becomes really annoying if you have even the slightest of delays. So thank you. I'm gonna write it. Hold on. Fix audio delay. I think for today's stream, it's gonna be fine. I did when I changed mics. That's when this mic has a slight delay on it. Also, thank you for the movie clipboard. I appreciate it. But to show you guys, like I was talking about earlier, what I can now do is, we're here. And now we're gaming, right? Playing games. I know you guys can't see a game, but just imagine we're playing a game right now. And then I say, okay, but we're gonna do a pomo. Just randomly in the middle of a game, I wanted to do a pomo. You know, it happens to the best of us. I can just go bam, and we have Super Sweet Bot. That also has new colors, by the way. I hope you guys like it. I am low-key obsessed with the colors on Super Sweet. It, like, when I saw it, I was like, The goals are not messed up, Micah. It's just one goal. There's only one goal on the gaming scene. I only kept one. Reward queue, by the way. What do you mean with reward queue, sweetie? I know, right, Chris? It's even more me. Oh, you could see a little tiny bit of the second one? Okay, I need to fix that. I'll send it in mod chat. Yes, please. Appreciate it. Oh, sorry. Oh my goodness. Yes. Love ghosted. Sorry. I totally missed. I saw it and then I missed it. Thank you. I don't have my rewards queue open here. So I when you said that, I was like so confused. But absolutely, you can gift a sub to yourself. Let me fix that straight away. There we go. Thanks for reminding me, sweetie. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Bam. Why are the gifted alerts stop playing? It's not playing again. It says still that it's queued. That is so weird. It's like, that's the only alert that just refuses to play today. It's a very long queue. Yeah. It's like, I don't understand this. I cannot deal. But Love Ghosted, please enjoy all your subby perks for a whole month. Thank you so much for saving enough points to redeem that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Even better, I have to show you guys. Hold on. So now, let's say we're co-working. And then I say, guys, I really have to show you something IRL. It's going to be so fun. I'm going to show you guys my new keyboard. I will make sure that I'm actually going to mute so that you guys don't hear anything. But I'll just do shabam. Oh, then it paused. Oh, I was like, why does it pause the bot? I was like, what happened? But that was just Esther. And then I'm like, guys, now that we have my keyboard, that is so fun. We can actually go IRL stream. Bam, IRL stream. But then if I'm like, okay, we're done with IRL streaming. I'm back at my setup. I want to go to just chatting. And then I'm like, okay, IRL is done. Ta-da! I'll just end it here. And then we're back. So now everything is one. Which obviously is, like I said, like I've said this multiple times when I was talking about the rebrand. These are things in the background that you guys probably won't even notice that much. Like for you guys, it's going to have a minor change. For me, this is a huge impact because I get to now do whatever I want without having to worry about any technical limits of my setup. There is going to be one final fun thing at the end of stream that I'm not going to show you guys until we wrap up. It has to be all the way at the end. When we get to the end of stream, you will see. So if you stick around for the end of today's stream, you'll see one final cool thing of the Ro brand reveal today. But that was kind of the setup. Also, I'm quickly gonna fix that thing where the widgets. Oh yeah, you are so right. The widgets are indeed a little bit messed up. I can fix that though. There we go. I think that should work. But yeah, that was the review today. I hope you guys liked it. Now you have to stay. Oh no. Oh no. But yeah, I'm very happy with everything. I know that a lot of the changes, also I changed my profile photo everywhere. I updated my website. I updated everything to the new color scheme. So obviously a lot of changes have been made in the background, like practical changes. I cleaned up my Twitch panels. Let me tell you, that was a painful task. I had so much information in my Twitch panels. The social rotator has a couple of new things in it, like the Origins Legacy and the mod pack, and a reminder that you can tip the mods. Those are all part of this now as well. So there's like a couple of more things in there for people to notice. And yeah, I made sure that all the colors are correct because they weren't. I know, right, Yule? I know, right? I'm so happy with it. Shella will love the new color. Oh my god, I haven't even thought about that, but she will. Yeah, I should probably tell her that I joined her side. I should probably message her and be like, did you know I'm a purple girly now too? Poor Steven. Yeah, his life's just getting taken over by purple girlies, but it's fine. He can bring the sunshine. But yeah, I'm very happy with all of it. It is very Shella coded. I totally agree. Shella is like the most purple person I know. And I mean that in a really positive way, but she genuinely is like, when I think of purple, I do think of Shella. She branded that very well. Yeah. But purple is now, it's like, I would say the leading color in my brand, but it's not the only color. I very much rely on the combination of colors that are in the artwork that May made. Because I love purple, but I specifically like the combination of purple and orange. I feel like that is, as soon as I saw it also in like the overlay for Super Sweet, that combination of purple and orange. And then I was like, well, my background is most of the time orange and my hair is orange. So then all the details on stream have to be purple so that it's purple and orange. So yeah. I know, right, Esther? I'm so happy that she said yes. I'm so happy. I will very quickly update the command because I saw some people typing rebrand already and I hadn't updated it. So for some people who just came in might have been like, what happened? What was announced today? So I will fix that. I already prepared the link. So I can very easily do that. And then I've also already written out the announcement for Discord. So I will make sure to post that as well. So that if anyone missed like the beginning of stream, they can catch up and see in the Discord what has been changed. And then we're going to do 2 wheel spins. One from today, one from yesterday. And then we're going to play Sims. And also, welcome in, everyone. I know that I didn't do any personal welcome-ins. I will, if I can scroll down that far, I will quickly check the first cruise. That was Yule, not Faye, Micah, and Thomas. Congratulations for snatching one of the first 5. Very smooth, very fast. For anyone with a keen eye, I noticed that you guys already saw it as well. We do have an overhauled channel point redemption as well. So the look and feel has changed. I have changed the breathe, stretch, and hydrate, and I've combined them into one called the self-care check. Because I figured sometimes someone redeems hydrate when I've just taken a sip, or when someone redeems stretch when I've just stretched. So I figured if we do a self-care check, everyone in chat, so not just me, gets to do a little check-in with themselves to see what they need in that moment. In my case, I could do with a sip of water. But if you're hanging out here and you need to stretch or take a deep breath, or just for a moment, even get yourself some food, step away from the screen, you know, this is your reminder. From now on, the self-care check, wow, I said that so weird, applies to everyone who is here, okay? I could do with a vacation. Get yourself one. I know that that's not as easy, but still, you know, so you're going to take a lemonade sip. That sounds lovely. Also, good on you for working out. Let's go. I worked out this morning. My legs are still jelly. That's not even a joke. I was cooking dinner and I like sometimes needed to hold the counter a little bit because my legs are so shaky. The instructor of Pilates today was ruthless. I think tomorrow I will have a problem. I am genuinely scared of tomorrow. I think it's gonna be bad. I think it's gonna be bad. I think when I get out of bed, I want to cry. But that's fine. It's good. It was a good lesson. It definitely was. And it was very nice because this was the first time in like weeks on end that both of my besties were there. And then we went for breakfast after. So that was very lovely. I had like a really lovely start to the day. Okay. If all is well, that should be updated. And then we can pin the new version. Yeah, there we go. Robrand day 2, aka 3.3.png is unlocked. I will also very quickly post this in the Discord just so that the people that couldn't make it to the beginning of stream, thank you so much for the 15 biddies. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Look at all those beautiful rainbow biddies. I love them. And more. Yeah, that's because obviously there's, I mean, everything here, but I couldn't really fit that on the image. I couldn't really fit that on the image. I tried. I had such limited space. It was difficult. Okay, I'm going to quickly do that. Toot, are you screaming again? 3.png. Okay, does this work? That works. That works. That works. And then I do at everyone. No. At everyone. There we go. And then I add a little flour, and then I post it. I know. Oh my God, look at her. No, Toot was just on the chair. She was just meowing. 4 announcements to go. Yes. I thought about this and I kind of wonder. I have a question for you guys. So obviously now you've seen the illustration and you've seen new OBS layout and alerts, and you've seen kind of the bonus. You guys noticed it yesterday, the Easter eggs, the bonus, the little profile change and stuff. That was kind of in between. That wasn't even really part of the raffle, I guess. That was the bridge between yesterday and today. And now I'm just curious, because there's 4 more announcements to go. Are you guys do you guys have ideas? Do you guys have guesses? Are you guys confused? Where do you stand? I'm just curious, because obviously I know. I mean, I made all of it, but yeah. Just intrigued. I'm always confused. That's my default state. That's amazing. A full-on guess. I mean, technically you already know everything, Esther. Also, hello, Gigi. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Potentially, maybe just a cheeky little rebrand. Shh. Okay, I won't say anything. Esther does not know anything. She is purely guessing. Esther has no idea. My mods know nothing. My mods have no clue. So he can ooh, that'd be funny. That I would have to make that, Thomas. You just put an idea in my head. But yeah. That is what I wanted to share with you guys today. There'll be some things across the board that little changes that you guys might notice. So we're just gonna experience it together. And you said that the 2 announcements on the same day were somehow connected. Panda, thank you so much for the 46-month resub. That is such a long time. What the heck? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please enjoy all of your subby perks for a whole month more. I appreciate it lots. Saw the new rebranding step. Teehee. I mean, you just heard one of the new alerts. I'm still confused as to why the gifting alert is just... Watch it play in an hour out of nowhere. Watch it play so soon out of nowhere. It's going to be very confusing for all of us. Then everyone's like, why is there an alert? What's happening? But thank you so much, Panda. I appreciate that lots. I hope you're doing well. Also, like I said, we have wheel spins. And I'm going to tell you guys something very silly and funny. So, we have had the wheel, always. The wheel, obviously, is updated to the new branding as well. I am fully aware you cannot read what is on the wheel. That's fine. When we spin it, it will show it at the bottom. But... all this time, for the past 3 years that we've had this wheel spin, I opened the Streamlabs website to click the button that said wheel spin. For some reason, I never thought to look up whether there was a Stream Deck plugin for Streamlabs, even though it is one of the most used tools for streamers, that just allowed you to press a button on your Stream Deck to spin it. For 3 years, I have literally been opening a website, logging in, navigating to the wheel settings page to find the spin button. Until today, it dawned on me that potentially there might be a smarter way to do that. When do you spin the wheel? So we spin the wheel when both the bits goal and the sub goal are completed. So we start the day with a bit goal of 1,000 and a sub goal of 10. Pastel, thank you so much for the 17 months. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What the heck? Thank you so much. Please enjoy all your subby perks for a whole month more. But yeah, basically when we complete those goals, they do dynamically update. So as you can see, once we have completed them once, it will go up to 2,000 bits and 20 subs. And every single time both of them are completed to the full, I will do a wheel spin. So yesterday on co-working, we completed both of them. And today, as you can see, we completed them once. So yeah, that's how that works. And it's basically just an extra thing to do a celebration to, I don't know, bring some extra hype and thankfulness for the fact that people decided to cheer and subscribe or gift subs. Also, I'm not going to do this all the time, obviously. My Alithia! Thank you so much for the 14 months. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please enjoy all of your subby perks for a whole month more. Thank you so much. I appreciate that a ton. What the heck? Also, like I said, I'm not going to do this on like a regular stream every single 5 minutes, but for today, because we are putting so much emphasis on those widgets, I'm going to manually update it. I think in the future, I'll just update it at the beginning of stream and at the end of stream. But we now officially have a Partner Plus goal as well, which you can see in the corner over here. If you're wondering what the Partner Plus is, you can type !Plussy to give you some more information. But it's all very vibey. That's so fair, Pastel. I mean, I've had at this point 2 months to adjust to this. And even I opened my OBS over the past few weeks a couple of times to like sneak peek it and just sit here and be like, okay, what does everything look like? Where is everything located? You know, I have to adjust all of my pointings and stuff. So you're not the only one. That's completely fair. I was going to say valid and fair at the same time. That almost got really weirdly mushed. How long did it take you? Forever. I worked on the entire rebrand. So like everything, all the parts together. I'm revealing like part by part every single day. But all the parts together, I started working on this in October 2025. But obviously, I didn't do every single day I worked on it. In February, there was like 1 week where I basically did nothing else but rebrand stuff. Just an entire week, every single hour that I worked, aka every single hour of my waking life, was spent on rebranding. Flaflip. Oh, I should buy Flaflip. I haven't had Flaflip in such a long time. And it is just so good. Scott just said, huh? You don't know I like Flaflip? He's very confused that I like Flaflip. Flaflip is the shit. He is so confused. Why are you so... Flaflip, yeah? I know, Thomas. I'm clearly a Flaflip girly. That's what I'm saying. That sounds like smeerkaas, yeah. It's lekker smerig. Anyway, sorry, I couldn't resist the joke. You can get to know each other better, even after such a long time. Yeah, he's very confused still. He's still literally in his office going, Flaflip? What the fuck? Okay, but I'll do 2 wheel spins in a row and then we'll do the rewards, okay? So the first... Well, that's awkward. I pressed the button and it doesn't work. Why? Why do you... So I'm still gonna have to go. Why do you not work? Well, yeah. That is kind of awkward because the whole point was that I could spin it and that I didn't have to go to the website. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome in. What are you doing? Are you going to spin it? He's going to spin it. Okay. No worries, chat. Button doesn't work, but Scott is here. to fix things. I don't know. I know, right? Also, especially because I just spent like 5 minutes explaining how I was super smart for setting up a button so that I could just do this with a button instead of having to go to the website, and now the button doesn't work. That just feels rather awkward. It is. It really is. Thank you so much for the 69 biddies. And Yule, thank you so much for the horses. I appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Okay, hold on. I'm going to just do this. No, the spin button just doesn't work. Okay, we're going to spin. You ready? Yeah. Great success. Oh, you guys won a round of Gartic. We can see if we can beat our high score from Sunday. Nice. Let's go. Do you want to spin again? Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. And you got Dunglish, of course. This wheel is so rigged. You guys always get Dunglish. Also, hi, Steph. Hello, hello. You didn't miss any sims. We haven't started yet, so you're right on time. He's a good spinner, right? Yeah, I agree. Also, Mimbim, thank you so much for the horses as well. I appreciate that. Okay, so I will start up Gartic, and then we'll do Dunglish while I am doing Gartic. How do you guys feel about that? Nazis! Thank you so much for the 32-month resub. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. What the heck with your Prime as well? I appreciate that lots. Please enjoy all your subby perks for a whole month more. Now I wonder how a horse sounds. You mean the Dutch word for horse? Paard. Or you mean the way that we write out the sound of a horse? Because that is apparently different in every language as well. Hinnik. Like that. He's like, why did you do that? Oh, there you go. Like what? No, that was it. You got it, and that was it. It was a one-time thing. A one-time thing, and that was it. Okay, hold on. We're gonna do community games. No, 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 no. Why? Hold on. Hold on. There's a couple of things happening that don't make sense right now. Spotify should not change the volume. Absolutely not. Stream Deck, why did you do that? Day late. There we go. That's good. I apparently, awkwardly enough, forgot to remove some. Oh, I forgot to remove it here as well. That's awkward. Did I forget to remove it everywhere? No. Just in those two. Well, I didn't want to change the volume. That's the thing. That's the thing. I did, but I didn't want to. Yes, I can do that. Next time but only for you. Only for you, I promise. Okay. Dankjewel voor de paarden. Nou, hè, meid. Heerlijk. Al die paarden hier op stream. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Okay, hold on. Why is this all so chaotic? Why is today so chaotic? My goodness. Mij ziet toch Heerly de Peerly HDP. Honestly, Heerly de Peerly sounds like something horses. Do you know what I mean? Like the vibe of Hurley the Pearly matches with horses. I don't know why, but just like the Boba Kiki effect, like Boba is round, Kiki is spiky, Hurley the Pearly sounds like horses. How do you flirt in Dutch? You just grab someone's boobs and that's it. That's an oddly specific joke that only Gigi will understand. No one actually do that, okay? That would be very weird. Just a little PSA. Generally speaking, you do not grab someone's boobs to flirt with them. Okay? Anyways, we're gonna do a round of Gartic. I'm gonna set a timer for the Dunglish row, okay? Well, we're gonna play a little round. We're gonna play a little round of Gartic on stream. This game is very simple. You see photos and like drawings, and you have to just type your guesses into chat, okay? Just dump them in there. Keep them coming, because the more we guess, the better we do. Yes? Go. Very important. We just put the things in the chat. We throw them in there. We throw them. No. That was not. I said lighter. It was heavier, I guess. Also, it is really loud for me. I know you guys can't even hear it. I will fix that as well. There we go. Then you at least can hear the sound. Oh, Burren! It was just Burren! It was so easy. How could I not guess it? It is actually really difficult to talk like this, but to type normal English. It is, my brain is kind of confused. But I have to speak, I have to continue speaking, because if I do not, that would not be very fair for you guys. If I am not talking, then you guys are not getting your money's worth. Which is obviously not cool from me. So I have to like talk like this and type and think at the same time. It is like my brain is doing overtime. It is difficult. It is really. Normally I'm pretty good at this game, but today I am not pretty good at this game. Today I'm actually pretty bad at this game. The worst part is there is so many chats that I cannot even see Seribot with there was 3 seconds. Oh, timer's up. I can speak normal again. My goodness. I had to go back and check if the timer was actually up, because there was no way that I actually saw Sari's message. But let's go. You guys did it. You guys did it with 3 stars. It's going so fast. I know. Chat is really good at this game. I cannot type today. My goodness. I'm actually doing so much better now that I don't also have to think about speaking Dunglish. That really goes to show how much I have to think about speaking Dunglish. A watch. Drumstick. That makes so much sense. That's called your culticle. Right? Did I just type that wrong? I did. I typed that wrong. um Huh? Okay. We did it though. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. You guys did so well. Also, you're eating this up. Number 1 on the leaderboard. Let's go. Yeah, the delay can be pretty bad for games like this. I really wish it wasn't, but there's nothing to do to fix it, which really sucks. Which is why I'm usually pretty good at the game. I have the advantage of no delay. Oh. Um. Oh, it's not a hedgehog. What is it then? Is that called a porcupine? Sometimes I'm like, I have no clue. In the meantime, I'll eat some licorice, by the way. Easter bunny. Oh, wash. I have no clue. Oh, yeah, that could have been cactus. But let's go. Still 2 stars. That was so fast. Also, Gina, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Thanks for playing along. Let's go. You guys are doing so well. I immediately want to say Harry Potter, but I wasn't the only one. Ah! It wasn't Harry Potter. I allowed a couple, and it wasn't Harry Potter. Oh, football. Of course. What was it? I missed it. If it wasn't Harry Potter. I have no clue what that is. That just called a road? I have no idea. Sometimes it's so literal. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Level 11. Oh no, you. Ah, Swiss roll. That's what it's called. Some of these I'm literally like, what? These were so hard. These last ones were so hard. Oh my goodness. Holy shit. That was wild. But you guys did so well. I have no clue, you. I was literally trying to figure out. I was like, I have no clue. I did. That's because your doorbell rang. Blame the doorbell. You hate me? Wow. Damn, that escalated quickly. Damn. Next time, no thank you for the party from me. No, but genuinely, thank you guys so much for all the hype and for completing the daily goals yesterday and today. It's been a while since we've done wheel spin, so I'm very happy that we got to do them again. This game is called Gartic on Stream. So if you look for Gartic, there's like different versions of Gartic. There's one where you can draw yourself and your friends can guess. There is one that I think you can also play where a computer plays, but you like play solo. But this specific one is called Gartic on Stream. Yeah, if you are in a place with like high latency, or if you're on your phone, specifically, if you're on your phone, the delay is terrible for games like this. Same with words on stream. I always wish that it would be better, but unfortunately, it's literally just internet speeds and like the app and stuff like loading the stream. So yeah. I sometimes when we do these games on like long streams, I will like go downstairs to make dinner and I'll take my phone with me. And then I notice how slow I am if I'm on like proper latency. Also, yes, I am eating this. I bought it yesterday. I saw it in the supermarket and I was like, oh, I haven't bought myself candy for such a long time. This is such a guilty pleasure of mine. It's like licorice, black licorice, but it's like rolled up. And then you roll it and then you eat it. It's so good. Anyways, I'm gonna start up The Sims. How do you guys feel about that? Oh my god, it's almost ad time again. That is crazy. I just realized we literally have ads in 15 minutes. That's normally when I take my midstream break. That's low-key crazy. How did that even happen? What? That's so silly. I think I yapped a little bit. Teeny tiny bit. I guess this was another reason that I really wanted to announce all of this. The problem is me. You guys asked why I wanted to do this rebrand in start on a Thursday. I knew that I wanted to make this switch on a gaming stream. Also, Live. Oh my goodness. We haven't done a Wheel of Doom in such a long time. For anyone who doesn't know what a Wheel of Doom is, I'm going to start up my Sims game. Oh, I have to update my EA app. That's awkward. I will start the Sims game, and then while we wait for it to load, because that always takes a little while anyways. It is a good sound alert. I like it. The Wheel of Doom is a randomizer for whenever I do Sims gameplay. And it can only be redeemed once per stream, because I had to put a limit on it. And what we do is we spin a wheel, and there's like 40 options on the wheel. And whatever the wheel tells us to do has to happen. This is how some of my Sims have gotten many children, have gotten partners that died. You know, yes, you can still also redeem to add your Sim self, or any Sim. It doesn't have to be your Sim self. It can be anything. So like if you have made a Sim that you think is really cute and you want to see them in my game, you can also add them to the save file. Those are the two very specific Sim redeems. I actually have added a special one for Minecraft as well, but you'll guys see that next week on Monday when we do the Minecraft Forever World stream. There's also a new channel point redeem specifically for Minecraft. Because I figured that'd be fun. Okay, hold on. Let me open up my... I haven't opened this list in a really long time either. Hold on. Because I have it over here. I have the... hold on. Where is my list? Am I blind? Not so berry challenge Wheel of Doom. There we go. I was like, I can see it, but I don't see it. Do you know that problem? To double check, yes, there is exactly 40 on the list. There's a couple of things we still have to do. We have to start a side hustle, which is actually the storytelling that we're doing, where the idea is that we can sell our baked goods as a front for being a criminal. So kind of we already started doing that, but it's kind of like continuous. We actually have to start a Simstagram account. We haven't done that yet. We should actually start posting on Simstagram. And we need to have a one-night stand. I feel like potentially that one-night stand... You know how we said that when our neighbor is an elderly, we're going to go from enemies to not really lovers, enemies to fling, but like enemies to lovers kind of trope. I think what we're going to do is we're also going to try to woohoo the man to death, just so you know, because she needs to witness a death. So what better than to witness the death of your enemy who was very briefly your lover? For a one-night stand. So I feel like that fits into the story perfectly. But those are the things we still need to do. Those are the things that are still open. But yeah, we're going to spin the wheel. Yes, the Wheel of Doom is how the Plumgen's husband died at their second wedding and then Plum Bobby woohooed the Grim Reaper. Exactly. That kind of shit happens. I would say neighbors with benefits. But yeah, I'm gonna quickly, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. I am gonna quickly, open a random number generator. And then we're gonna do like a minimum of 1 and a maximum of 40. I will share my screen. And we're gonna generate, and then we're gonna look at the list, okay? 6. We have to go back to the career level 1. Okay, so I guess she's going to be a criminal for a little longer. I guess she'll be a criminal for a little longer then, huh? I mean, it's fine. It's fine. I think we were like level 4 or 5 or something, but we worked so hard. We worked so hard. I mean, to be fair, it does kind of fit into the storyline of her trying to convince everyone that she is actually a criminal and like no one believes her. Like, what is better? Oh, for that to than to have it like be like you're such a successful criminal you had to downgrade to level 1 of the career again. Hold on, I'm gonna make sure that this fit the screen. There we go. What if she woohoos the boss? Wait, do we if they get to like level the highest level of the career, do we know who the boss is? What was it? We have to go back to level 1 of the career. So she has to work her way up again. But we can think about it. Like, I like the idea of coming up with a reason as to why she's gonna get demoted, right? Like, what's the reason? No, because her dad is hiring her. Her dad is hiring her to do money laundering. Her brother's father. Yeah, that's her father as well. They're twins. I think highest level, they're their own boss. I think so too. Also, Benzos Babe, welcome in. I hope you're doing very well today. It's very nice to have you. But then, messed up a run? That could happen, yeah. We can have it like she messed something up at work or something. That took so long to load. My goodness. Also, we have 8 minutes before it's time for ads. So in that time, yes, new colors, amongst other things. Like the name Aaron? What do you mean with that? Messed up Aaron? I'm confused. I'll give you guys a quick rundown for anyone who, one, hasn't been in a Not So Berry stream in a while, because we haven't played with it for a while. But also, if you missed our stream on Sunday, that is just a very brief recap. Oh, wow, Esther, we are so in sync. Damn. No. We literally did that at the same time. Wow. We share a brain, I think, or a brain cell sometimes even. But yes, so our main sim, her name is Phoenix, and she lives in the city together with her sister Amy. She does not know about a twin brother that she has. However, she recently met her biological father. She doesn't know it's her biological father yet. The reason she doesn't know is because he hired her to launder money. That wasn't even my idea. The game just came up with that on her own. From a series. Oh, I don't know that series. I don't think I know the series. But yeah. Basically, she now knows, at least as a person, she knows her dad, but she doesn't know it's her dad yet. Eventually, we're gonna have that sort of plot out in a way that she's gonna find out. Who's her father? Dr. Gillian. I really had to think about his name for a second. So Plumbobby woohooed with one of the other doctors in the hospital right when he got cold feet of marrying Dr. Devon. So he had a one-night stand. And from that one-night stand, he got pregnant. But then he got pregnant with twins. So the backstory is that basically after that one-night stand, they were like, you know what? There's 2 kids. You take one, I take one, and we never speak again. And then the other day, we were just, minding our own business. And we all of a sudden get a call, like literally in-game. We get a pop-up. And it is our biological father named Dr. Gillian calling us to ask us if we can launder money. Also, why do you have such a terrible relationship with Yule? That's my pack legacy sim. Very normal timeline, yeah. Also, it keeps like saying that she knows her brother, and I keep cheating it away because she doesn't actually know her brother, and they have never met. I don't know why the game keeps putting him in her panel of like, it doesn't make any sense. I keep going like 0, run, cheat, and then like before he disappeared, but he is not disappearing right now. So I guess also he's still a teenager. That's not correct either. Once they meet, we should probably fix that. But yeah, so we live in this very nice apartment. Well, very nice is maybe a strong word. We live in this cutesy apartment. Hold on, I have my DOF on. Turn that off. There we go. We live in this very cutesy apartment. It's cutesily decorated. We have some problems here though, because unfortunately this is a TLC apartment, which means that there's like roaches and rats. Also, I need to move this because every single time there's roaches in that corner, my sim says that she cannot clean it. I think so too, Mike. I think the game is like forcing the relationship, which is kind of annoying. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, this is Phoenix's room. She obviously is the orange gen, so everything's orange. This is Amy's room. Amy is basically our main source of income. Like, she is painting and selling all her paintings, and that's kind of what we're living from. Also, hello. She watches Switch. It's good to see you. Yes. The profile picture. Thank you so much for saying that you like it. I appreciate it. No, you cannot get rid of the rats eventually. So that's the thing. TLC apartments in The Sims have permanent TLC. The only thing that you can do is move out. So we're gonna eventually have to move out. Because there's no way that we're gonna stay here for the rest of our lives. But for now, it's fine. Also, thank you so much for saying that Phoenix is a cool name. Chat came up with it. When she fully transitioned, when she became a young adult, she fully transitioned, and then I really wanted to give her a new name, and we did some brainstorming in chat, and this was the suggestion that I feel like everyone really likes. Exactly. It needs TLC, but you cannot give it TLC. It's so frustrating. No, because you cannot remove the rat holes. It literally doesn't allow you to remove them. I'll show you. Like, there's nothing you can do. Like, even if I select the sledgehammer, I cannot change it. Doesn't allow you to do that. So, yeah. Unfortunately, and that's not the only thing. There is also the leaky pipes in the bathroom and this electrical box, the fuse box that breaks down. And they constantly have to repair it or call someone for it. It's very frustrating, but it's part of this generation's challenge that they have to live in a TLC apartment their entire young adult life, which I kind of feel like fits now that they've also, or they're gonna get demoted back to level 1 of the career. But yeah, the career that they're in, we are, oh my god, level 6. We are freaking level 6, and we have to go all the way back. Oh, that's so painful. Okay, so we're gonna have to come up with a reason as to why she's gonna get demoted. 6 out of 10. Every career in The Sims is 10 levels, apart from a couple of exceptions that just have 5. Oh, maybe you can remove it with the tool mod. Maybe you can, but I'm not gonna because that would go against the rules of the challenge. So maybe potentially with the tool mod and cheating, you can remove it. Yes, but by default, you cannot remove it. But maybe with tool you can actually. I have never tried, so I actually don't know. But yeah, I actually think maybe, so she technically needs to hack or make a virus for work. What if she like gets caught? What if she just messes something up royally and then her boss is like, you know what? You're not ready for this. She did pick a career branch. Yes. So I'm not gonna, I mean, we're gonna change her later, but so career branch wise, she picked the boss because No, she picked Oracle. Sorry, she picked Oracle because it said rewards include the ability to divert funds from your neighbors, and considering that all of our neighbors are literally our enemies, um, we decided that that would make the most sense. Oh. Huh? Oh, huh? I just got promoted to the position that I already had because I cheated it. I like opened the menu to show you guys. But yeah, we figured that would make sense because then we can literally steal money from our neighbors. Although we cannot do that now because we actually will get demoted. But I think what I'm going to try to have her do is I'm going to like try to let her hack something. And then I think that's going to fail and she's going to get demoted over it. Her boss going to be like, yeah, sorry, you're not ready for this. Go back to your training. You are not ready to be a top criminal. But before we actually get into playing that storyline and we get to continue with all the mischief and mayhem, it is actually time for a quick ad break. I am very quickly going to stretch and hydrate and all those good things. Please make sure to do the same. We have about a 5-minute break coming in. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys after the ads are done. I have a question. First and foremost, I wonder if you guys noticed it. That's question number one. I'll ask what I noticed. Also, bye, Tactasy. Thank you so much for being here. But do you guys like that the music is louder during break time? Like it goes up. Just like on co-working, when we go into focus time, the music gets louder. I added that during like starting soon and the break and ending as well. I don't know why I never did that before, but that's easier. Nice. Yes. Okay, so you guys noticed? You liked it? You were vibing? Okay, good. Good. Then I'll keep it. It helps with the tradition or the transition. It makes sense if there's no mic. Okay, that's I got it noisy. That's what I figured. But nice. Okay, then I'll keep it. It was kind of an experiment, and I was like, I'll just see. And then if you guys are like, ew, this is gross, why do you do that? Then I'll remove it. But I'm glad that you guys like it. I am glad that you guys like it. I also felt like, you know, today we're listening to lo-fi, but sometimes we listen to other music as well. And it's kind of nice. Then even though when I'm like talking, the music's supposed to be pretty soft, obviously, so it doesn't like overtake me or is too loud for any of the alerts to play. But I figured it would be nice to kind of have them just a little bit louder on the break screens. Also, I have there was something I wanted to say. Wow. I just completely blanked out. Oh, I think I fixed the gift sub alert not working. Because it worked when Cuckoo gifted multiple subs. It didn't work when there were singular gifted subs. I looked at my old alert setup. Apparently, you're supposed to have like a separate variant for that. Twitch is so not logical with the way that they've set up the alerts. That should be fixed now. I just cannot play the alerts of the 2 gifted subs because they're literally still queued. I think they will be queued until eternity. But I do think I fixed it, which is good. But they will just be chilling in the queue for forever, I think. Very silly, but alas, it's fine. Other than that, did I do anything useful on the break? I stretched, I stood up, I stretched, and I hydrated, and I unrolled another licorice. But yeah, I just wanted to say thank you guys all so much for so far for like all the hype and stuff on the alerts and everything, and I don't know, it's just been really nice. I know that this is day 2 of the rebrand, and there's still so much more to come, but I don't know, I'm really happy that I get to share all of this with you guys, especially because I've worked on it for so long, and I know, it just makes me happy. It makes me happy that also, even though it was a little bit chaotic in the beginning of stream and not everything worked perfectly as I hoped that it would, because, you know, Twitch is Twitch and some things you cannot test until you're live. It's really nice to get to, I know, like share all these steps that I've taken, but also actually see all the improvements that I've done, like having the music be louder or now having everything in one setup. Like all those small things just kind of work. I am a little bit scared for the end of stream with like the final thing that I want to show you guys, because if that button didn't work to play or like to spin the wheel, I wonder if the other thing's gonna work, but we'll see. We will see. Otherwise, I'll figure out a workaround and I'll just fix it that way. Girl dinner, nice, enjoy. Honestly, an apple is a solid girl dinner. I like it. Oh, that sucks. We actually have to finish our aspiration, and the aspiration is to reach level 8 of the crime career. Oh, no. Oh, this is going to set us back. From all the 40 things on that list, this was genuinely the one that I didn't want. But that's what the Wheel of Doom is for. It's to create chaos. You had a huge freaking burger. Honestly, also nice. On a Friday. We just need to stay until the end of next stream. Exactly. Then I just need to fix it. Couldn't finish it. I can imagine. Burgers can be quite a lot. Okay, but we don't have to work today. So I guess that means we're getting fired today. We're gonna work on our work assignment and then fuck it up, okay? Can I actually hack for secrets? That is from the new pack though. So I actually don't really know. Because it says hack or make a virus. I actually think we might need a higher programming skill for that. Because if I search for virus, I literally cannot find anything. Also, why does she move? Why does she do that? Is that laptop on the table? Yeah. Can you sit here so that you can use the computer? Why are you confused about the laptop being on the table? What is she doing? Do you notice that she just refuses to do that? That is true. Yeah, leveling up will be easier. And she has that child memory thing where she, oh, this is what we can do. We can actually hack. We were actually, we get a skill or like a work boost, like a performance boost. So I think we should be able to level up quite quickly again. Likes discussing hobbies. Sure. Okay. I'm just gonna take a little screenshot. Of this moment because Girly Pop is about to lose her job, okay? As you can see, she is hacking something. That's gonna go wrong. She seems very happy with it, but I see that looks red. That does not look good. That does not look good. I don't have a lot of faith that she is gonna successfully hack. Hacking the bank? I don't know what she's hacking. She is hacking like some kind of trust fund from one of the rich families. Depending on how high your programming skill is, you can actually hack different families' funding. So if your skill is high enough, you can actually hack into the Landgrab's bank account. So you're not off when you're saying hacking the bank. That is kind of what they do when they hack. So pretty good guess. A programming skill. I get that. Gaming, yeah. It is nice though. They can make quite a lot of money from it. But yeah, I can show you. Hold on. If we... Hello? Go onto skills and then program. And then you have this one, hack. And right now it says Lamacorn Listerv. List serve. Wow, that's difficult to say. But once your programming skill is higher, there's like more and more things that you can hack here, including the land grab funding or like the secret vault or something like that. My Pack Legacy challenge, Air did that because he started hacking into his own family accounts to steal money from them. Oh, look, Phoenix's investment. Oh, we got money from our investment thing. Let's go. I forgot that we invested. We invested 1,000 simoleons. I always forget that you can do that in Sims. But if you want, you can actually click on a computer as well. And then I think it is in... I never know where to find it. Invest? I remember I found it the other day and now I've already lost it. Isn't that wild? Also, I'm looking for it and my game isn't even finding it. I think that might be because we've already invested. Oh, let's go. We were able to acquire 21 simoleons from their account. However, I do think that now that we've done that and we've actually stolen money from a big account, that's going to cost us. That's going to be the reason we get fired. So, yeah. Did I say... I said demote, not fire. Well, she can just join the career again. That's fine. Doesn't really matter. She's going to start at level 1 anyway, so.
Oh.
Oopsie. Also, hi, Stony. Welcome in. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Hold on. Where is criminal? Oh, how I wish. Recently let go from this career. Well, I don't care. No, I wasn't. I demoted. Uh-oh. Okay, how long does it take before we can... Well, I don't know. I don't think I've ever been fired from a job. How long before Sims can rejoin career after getting fired? Within a few in-game days. We can try that. We can try... Let's do politician, because we're never going to do that anyways. And then, can I just... No, I don't want to do a task for this. I don't think so, though. Ah, I was like, why can I not join that? But that's because you need the throne for it. No. I cannot do this. So I literally have to... But I'm curious, though. If I click here and I click demote... Yeah, here she just gets demoted. And if I promote to branch selection and I select politician, which is... Okay, that's 518. I'll cheat that away. But, like, if we now demote, does she get demoted? Yeah, that's what I should have done, demote to before branch selection first, because if I now do demote, I think, yeah, she gets fired. So that's just how the game works. Like, it basically treats, as soon as you pick one of the two branches, it treats it as a new career. So that's like level 1 of the new career. So the moment you demote from that, you basically get fired. Interesting. I did not know that. It does explain why we have a separate option to say demote to prior of before, like, launcher. Oh my god, you're telling me that I still cannot reach the stupid roaches? I already removed stuff. How much am I gonna have to remove before we can reach the roaches? I think it means that this corner is gonna have to remain empty, which is very frustrating. Because that looks really awkward. But yeah, it is very illogical. But I guess that's because you're not supposed to cheat this anyways. Right? Like, with UI cheats, you can cheat it, but you're not supposed to be able... Well, I guess you can cheat this with cheats, but then you just enter the career level you want to cheat to. So this is only a problem if you have UI cheats, I think. Doesn't mean it's any less frustrating, but... We'll just check back. I mean, maybe... Actually, why are we getting a call from... Congratulations on a promotion at work. Michaela, that is just rubbing it in. She's calling me to congratulate me with a promotion at work. That's just kind of bitchy. Wait, that is such a cool Easter egg. Because she was eradicating the roaches in the apartment, she now acquired the entomology skill. Which is the skill that came with Adventure Awaits for your Sims to, like, grow up caterpillars and butterflies and stuff. That's actually such a nice, very small cross-pack compatibility thing. It's like, if you learn how to get rid of roaches, you do learn something about insects. So it makes a lot of sense that you get, like, a little bit of entomology skill. That is a very random but nice one. I like that a lot. See, it's like small things like that, I don't know. That's like the attention of detail that I want for everything in The Sims. Just give me that. You know, all of the things should connect. But that does mean she doesn't have a job for now. They are jokesters. Yeah, sure. I like that. So what should... Maybe we can now actually focus on our side hustle. Maybe we can now actually try and sell our baked goods, considering that we cannot rejoin the career in a couple of days anyways. Maybe we should spend that time on building up the front of... That's what she's gonna do. She's like, oh my god, I got fired. That's not happening to me ever again. Next time I'm gonna be a better criminal. I'm gonna do better. I'm gonna get better at this skill. And next time that someone's gonna, you know, accuse me of hacking or stealing, I'll just be like, what do you mean? I'm just a nice baker. I think that's what we're gonna do. So, to do that, we actually should probably bake some things and go have a bake sale. She has baking level 5, so she is like, you know, getting through that skill, but not very fast. So maybe it's not a bad thing that she cannot work for a couple of days and that she has to focus on baking. Maybe that's not necessarily a bad thing. Oh, it's the cat tree. I was like, how is Shadow up there? Why are you floating? The question is then, where are we gonna sell our baked goods? Our neighbor wants to hang out. No, thank you. That's also not our enemy neighbor, so that's not the neighbor we eventually want to befriend, so it doesn't really matter. But I don't think I have a lot anywhere that has a market table. I might actually... I'm going to eventually build a market myself. Actually, very soon for YouTube. I want to build a farmer's market where you can, like, sell your own goods, whatever you're baking. But maybe for now, I just want to find something on the gallery and, like, place it over here where that restaurant is. Because that restaurant, I very rarely visit anyways. So... maybe we can just place a market there that she can travel to. I feel like there by the water is also a very sensible spot for a market. So maybe I'll just let her bake something, and then I'm quickly going to go onto the gallery, and I'm going to try to see if she can... if we can find a lot that fits our needs, you know? Also, Kellen, welcome in. I hope you're doing so well. It is nice to have you. Thank you for being here. I appreciate that. I hope you're having a great day today. Also, Sunsims, welcome in. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing amazing. OG Simmer, let's go. We love OG Simmers. OG Simmers are cool. Did you also start with The Sims 1? Or did you hop on later? Hold on. I just need to quickly reapply my lip gloss. Just realized. I just realized that it was all gone. Also, Stony, hello. It is good to see you. I hope you're doing well. You were already here, right? Did you just remember to water your plants? I feel like I already saw you in chat. Even played The Sims 1 when it first came out. She always cluttered the houses. So cute. That's actually really cute. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. That is actually adorable. Just forgot to water. Okay. I was like, is my memory abandoning me? Am I like remembering seeing you in chat from like yesterday? Sims 1 was your first. I love that. I love that. That is so nice. I only played The Sims 1 very little. Very little. I really wanted to play it more. Also, I'm quickly going to save and then try to find a market, like a market lot. I remember like begging my parents to allow me to get The Sims 1. And then I was so impatient that I bought at a secondhand market. So at that point, the game had already been out for a while, but I guess someone bought it and then didn't like it. And they sold me the game. And they were like, yeah, it's It's like the brand new version, blah, blah, blah. And then we got home and like the DVD was so scratched. And I was super young, so I didn't realize that I should have checked that when buying it. So then I couldn't actually use it. And I was so devastated. And then I think that's kind of when my parents realized how bad I wanted this game, that I would go out and spend my pocket money on a secondhand market to try and buy it. And then they were like, okay, fine, we'll buy it for you. With friends back then, sat next to each other, good old times. Yeah, I did that mostly, I would say, with my best friend. I watched her play The Sims, mostly The Sims 3. It was very sad. Yeah, I mean, I was like 5 years old, 6 years old, but they were, I think that was the sort of an eye-opener for them of like, oh shit, she really wants this game, huh? um Also, yes, the follow is basically, the follow sound is from when you turn on your Nintendo DS. It's I don't know. I was looking for new alerts and I realized that my previous follow alert was from the Switch. So then I was like, naturally, we have to go back a little bit in time. I think all of my new alerts are in a way nostalgic. Every single new sound that I used has a significance for me in my gaming era, which I kind of did unintentionally, I think. I just picked sounds that I really liked, but then it kind of just happened. So every single time you hear one of the new sound alerts, there's kind of like a story to it, I guess. DS and we are quite similar. Yeah. I feel like they also, at least for me, have well, obviously DS was earlier, but to me, they sort of signify the same era in my life, if that makes sense. But yeah, there is Nintendogs sounds, which, I mean, Nintendogs was one of the first games that I, well, except from The Sims that one time, you know, the story that I just told. But I think Nintendogs was one of the first games that I actually like really actively saved up for and purchased. I wanted to have that game so bad. I saved for DS, and then I like, it's ironic now. I'm like, I cannot buy a Switch 2 just for Pokopia. At the time, I also bought a DS just for Nintendogs. And I have my Switch now, and it's mostly for Animal Crossing. Your mom also really enjoyed The Sims 1. We fought over the family computer. Wait, that's actually really wholesome and adorable. Not that you fought, but like the fact that you guys both love the game so much. But yeah, Nintendogs was amazing. I still have it. My DS still works. I can still play my Nintendogs. I still have one of my original dogs. I never got rid of her. She's my baby girl. Her name is Daisy, and she's a beagle. Animal Crossing is the only reason you have a Switch. No, but that's fair. That makes sense. Like, it just makes sense. DS was a lot cheaper. No, absolutely. I think the DS was like 150 or like 170 bucks, which at the time was very expensive. But if you compare it to like a 500 euro console right now, it's a very different price. It's with your sister. You shared one DS. It would be so fun if it's still there. But yeah, I feel like right now it's very much not justified for me to buy a Switch. I tried to ask if Nintendo wanted to work with me, and I got a response. And unfortunately, just like with many brands, that's the brand I told you guys about, but I didn't want to say anything until I got a response. That's the brand I emailed last weekend. I reached out to Nintendo Netherlands, and I was like, "Hi, do you maybe want to work together?" But very unfortunately, many companies have this. They have like localized budgets, so they only work with people, like they only get to spend money on creators that have a significant Dutch audience, because that's their target audience, right? So they can work together with creators to like send them a promotion package or something only when that creator has an audience that has the right demographic. And because I stream in English, only, quote unquote, which is not enough, 10% of my audience is Dutch. But because I'm in the Netherlands, no American company wants to work with me either, because I'm not American. Yeah, 10%, but that's not enough. I mean, it's still a lot, but it's not enough. I know, I just spoke Dunglish. But yeah, there are quite some duchies, but not the amount of that they're looking for. I mean, it is stupid from my perspective, but it's not stupid from a marketing perspective. Like it actually makes a lot of sense from a company's perspective, because obviously they're only going to spend money on things that they actually get money on return, right? Also German here. Let's go, neighbor. Welcome in, Tim. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. They have money for it, but I mean, you don't get rich by spending money on things that don't bring you anything. You earn money by spending money wisely. 150. Oh my God, I remembered that correctly. That's 258 today. That's crazy. So the DS was like half of the price of the Switch. Feel like there's more German people. I can check for you. Now I'm actually kind of curious if we indeed have more German people than Dutch people. I don't think so, actually. I'm pretty sure that there's like 10% Dutchies, 11% people from the UK, which also surprised me. There's quite a lot of people from the UK. A pink one. Oh, I was so sad because when I bought my DS, they didn't have the colored ones yet. I bought mine in the first release and they had like the old DS, like the really chunky one. Those came in colors, but I wanted the DS Lite, like the nice and slim version. That one originally was only released in black and white, and they didn't make a colored version until the second release, which had like a cutesy pink and a cutesy blue. But I had the black one, which is so funny. Looking back, I don't know why. I'm like an all white setup girly now. I don't know why Child Row was like, I want a sleek black DS. I guess it was the influence of having an IT dad. And my dad is definitely like I don't think he has anything white or girly pop in his setup. He very much has like a sleek IT guy setup. Came out, yeah. The chunky one, my neighbor had the chunky one, and I would always watch her play Nintendogs. And that's why I wanted it as well, because I could only watch her play, and I was like, no, I have to play myself. Can't wait for the iGirly Pop, my IT. Well, fun fact is not with Fractal, but I think he would actually like a Fractal case. A Fractal case is beautiful. My dad actually does have multiple things on his desk that like came from me. I did his cable management at his home setup. It was like a Father's Day gift. Because I visited my parents and I saw his desk set up and I was like, this is not okay. You work in IT and your cables are like a monster. So I literally gave him for Father's Day. I was like, I'll buy everything we need to do your cable management and I will do it for you. I will make everything look really nice. And then I basically gave his whole setup a transformation and everything looked very clean. And also, I once got a huge Elgato desk mat, which is it was a very nice quality desk mat. You could feel it. It was like so good. But it was black and blue, like dark blue. So it actually looked really nice, but not really in my setup. So I gave it to my dad, and he has it at his office at work, and he brags to his coworkers about it. Like, he brags to his coworkers that he has a desk mat that you cannot buy. Like, you can only get it as a gift. I also need this gift. Oh my God, yes. Can I please come do your cable management? That would also be a gift to me, you know? That is true. A lot of people in IT do have messy cables. Okay, so Germany. Oh, fun fact, actually. If I look at my Twitch statistics, which is different from the metrics that I saw for Instagram. So for Instagram, I have 10% Dutchies. On Twitch, I have only 6% Dutchies, 9% Germans, 9% people from the UK, 33% from the US. Please do mine too. I'll just do a tour. And we have 2% from Belgium. That's Amber. And we have 5% from Canada, 3% from France, 2% from Sweden, 2% from Spain, 2% from Poland, 2% from Brazil, 2% from Portugal, 2% from Finland, 1% from Norway, and 1% from Australia. So it's like, It is so split. You too? See? You guys make up the 2%. No, but it is so split actually. If you like, now that I come to think about it, I don't like, I would have this problem with every single brand I ever want to work with. Like, I had this problem with Elgato as well. They eventually wanted to work with me once I could prove that on one of my socials I had like a 15% Dutch audience for 1 month. But it is like so difficult to work with brands because 9 out of 10 times they have localized budgets. So unless you're like a ginormous streamer, right? Like unless you have 1 million followers, because then it doesn't really matter anymore. Then your channel is so big, it doesn't matter. I don't know if you're the only one from Turkey, but at least there's very few people from Turkey here. It doesn't even show in my dashboard, which means that it's less than 1%. Where are you from? You don't even count as a percent. Where are you from? Now I'm really curious. Okay, I'm quickly gonna see if I can find a lot for a market, okay? Hungary, less percent too. Yeah, less than 1%. Estonia, yeah. I feel like, I don't know, like not specifically from Estonia or Hungary, but I do have a lot of people of that, like that European area. Again, very generalizing. But I guess because you guys are all in different countries and you're all like just with a few of you, in total, it's not enough, which is wild. No, Frosty, because I don't live in the US. That's number one. Most US brands only want to work with people in the US for tax purposes, which kind of makes sense. And secondly, in Europe, I'm a pretty big streamer. Like in Europe, I have a significant audience. If you compare my streams, like if you see my amount of followers and the content that I do, in Europe, I'm considered a streamer that you would want to work with. In the US, I compete with streamers triple, quadruple my size. So I'm like a teeny tiny Nemo fish in the sea when you compare me to US content creators. So for US brands, I am absolutely of zero interest to work with. So I am literally in between everything. I cannot work with most European brands because my audience is too American, but I cannot work with American brands because I'm too small and not in America. You're from Denmark? Let's go. Let's go. It's so fun to know where everyone's from. I love that we have such a... See, that's the thing. I love that we have such a diverse community. Sometimes, like, business-wise, it's impossible, but that's not really because I don't like it. That's just because the business works like that. Is the percentage of EU countries combined? No, because the US is 33%. So I am assuming, like, I have never done the full count. Germany was 9%. Hold on. Have fun. Have fun, Frosty. You're over here in America. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. I do really appreciate having like such a varied audience, and I appreciate every single one of you so much for tuning in and for hanging out, you know. It's just one of those things where it's just a stupid brand thing. Have you considered moving all the chatters? Oh yeah, I'll just do that. Small investment. Definitely cheaper than buying a Nintendo Switch. Wait, this looks really cute. This is, I think, actually the lot that we're on right now. It has like an inside and everything. I mean, the building is not fully in use, but I like how this looks. I kind of want to place this to see the whole thing. We have so much room. Absolutely. It's totally not a small country. Our Switch is that expensive. I mean, they're 500 and, well, if you want to buy it with a game, which is, I would buy it to play Pokopia, which is, I mean, that you have to purchase the game as well. It would be over 550. I would be able to have it as a business expense and buy it without tax. I just realized that. That would obviously save so much money. Oh, yeah, but I wasn't really looking for a building, Anna. I was looking for a market. So that's why I was like, oh my God, it has an inside. Everyone, put your VPNs to the Netherlands right now. Yeah, switch to business expense. Nice. Oh no, she's girl mathing already. I know. It's very dangerous. But I kind of like this. I like that there's at least a building because then it kind of still fits within the surroundings. And I like that it was originally built on this lot. Therefore, it does actually... It was discounted on Amazon. Yeah, wait, you said earlier. Wait, was it 70? My goodness. My goodness, so expensive. Okay, but this does have tables where we can sell our own things. This is actually kind of perfect. Like, it has tables where people can sit to eat our cake. Which is, I have once tried to sell baked goods and Sims will just stand around with all their food, but maybe, hopefully, they'll sit down. There's a debate podium, which could also come in handy at one point. Not right now, because we're not playing the politician career, but, like, it could come in handy eventually. And then, like I said, there is an entire building, which is also partially very empty. I'm not gonna lie, I'm very tempted to make sure that Sims cannot go up here. Let's go! Ko-Fi shop sale. Also, you guys now have that new alert for the Ko-Fi shop sale. That is also one of the new alerts. I don't know if the person who just got something from the shop is in stream right now. But shit, you missed it. Oh, I also cannot replay it, I think. Because it's not in my dashboard. But someone got the Pack Legacy dashboard. Let's go. Hold on. Can I? No. I don't think I can replay it. We're just gonna have to keep an eye out. Yes, the Minecraft XP. Hee hee. But look, on the inside, there's like bathrooms and a kitchenette. That is nice. That means that there is a fridge here. Yes, have fun, Mike. Have fun. You got the mod pack the other day? Thank you. I updated it, by the way. We had some issues on Monday. I think I'll keep this lot, by the way. We had some issues on Monday where Google, for some reason, was saying that it was a virus. Apparently, this is a known issue with JSON files, which is what the mod pack is. It's like a combined version of all the mods, specifically for Modrinth, which is a JSON file or contains a JSON file. But I actually fixed it. So it is now a direct download from the shop, so you no longer have to go through Google. So that's good. And I also added some small changes to the mod pack because originally it shipped with Distant Horizons, but Distant Horizons is kind of bad. As in, I did not know at the time because my computer is kind of beefy and it loaded pretty well. But I have actually changed it out for Voxy, which is way better. And I've added the shaders that are needed to work with Voxy. Can I have my $0 back? Sure. I did that to you. How did you end up getting it then? If it did that to you, it told you it was a virus. Genuine question, because we couldn't even download it on Monday. So I got really confused and then I changed it. So now it's like a direct download from the shop, which is obviously way better. Because then it doesn't go through Google anyways. You haven't been able to use it. If you want, you can re-download it now. You should be able to get it now. You should be able to go to the shop and just, you know, fill in 0 and re-download it. And then it will give you the file. I always used, yeah, Distant Horizons is actually pretty bad for your performance. I can highly recommend Voxy. The only downside to Voxy is that it's not available for all shaders. So you have to pick shaders that work with it. But there's a good selection of shaders that look really nice that will work with it just fine. Also, hi, Alma. Welcome in. It's good to see you. And it is so much smoother. It is actually ridiculous. It is ridiculous. It's like night and day. Night and day. So yeah, I'm really happy that I changed it out. Okay, let's see. You cannot do shaders. You think your gaming laptop's 5 years old now? You might not be able to do all shaders, but there might be shaders that you can run. Gaming laptop, I mean, 5 years is... My computer is also 3.5 years old at this point. That's not super bad. I mean, regardless of the age of your PC, I think it matters more which specs you have in there. So like if you, I mean, considering it's a gaming laptop, it has a dedicated graphics card, so I would assume that it would be fine. Use the normal view, so you're okay with that. That's completely fair. The other day, I turned off Voxy to show Scott, and he was like, "Ew, there's no horizon." I was like, "I know." It already gets very hot just running stuff. Fair enough. Fair enough. You were able to download it now. Let's go. I'm so happy that it was resolved. That is good. Okay, but it is kind of late, but tomorrow's Friday. Or Saturday. Let's actually go to the farmer's market tomorrow and try to sell our baked goods. That does mean that I want to try to bake some more things. Let's make some lemon bars. Oh, she just started a new painting, even though I was pretty sure that when we left, she was already painting this, but fine. Thank you, Alma. Thank you, thank you. You meant IRL. I mean, true. It is also Friday and tomorrow is Saturday. Although tomorrow, I do not plan to go outside. Because it is going to be very, very shitty weather. Although I have to go outside because I have to go pick up a package. I have personal beef with UPS. Like, this is genuinely one of my biggest frustrations. Because so many brands that send me things will use UPS because it's an international shipping service. UPS is so lazy. They literally never ring my doorbell and then claim that they were able to not able to deliver it. And they brought it to a UPS pickup point. We have multiple UPS pickup points pretty close to where I live. They brought it to one where I literally cannot even walk to. I have to take public transport. It's that far away. Like, what do you mean? It's completely ridiculous. So I was like, okay, fine. Well, then I have to go pick that up. The only good thing is that they are open on Sundays as well. So if I really don't want to go outside tomorrow, I can do it on Sunday. But just still, like the whole, I find it so lazy. It just makes me so frustrated that they are literally just so lazy. They just don't care. They're like, oh, you have to go pick it up. I'm like, okay, what if I was disabled? I mean, I am, but like disabled in a sense that, you know, I really had trouble leaving the house. Then you get most things delivered because there's no way for you to go pick them up. That's why you get them delivered. What do you do then? I wonder about this so often. Especially because we once had this where we ordered like the litter box filling, but those are like made of pressed wood. So those bags are heavy. And we always order in bulk because then we can order for like multiple weeks in a row. So we ordered like 8 of those bags and they just delivered it at a pickup point. We were like, what are we going to do? We ended up calling the supplier and being like, hi, there is no way that we can go pick this up. There's literally no physical way that we can carry this. That's why we had it delivered. And then they're like, oh, we can resend it. And then let this one just sit at the pickup point until it gets sent back. And they were like, yeah, but can you please, for the love of God, use another postal service? And they're like, oh, yeah, sure. We'll just pick DHL. Which is also not great, but like... Exactly. But sure, you tried twice. I have the same. I'm like, I'm home 24/7. What do you mean? DHL also sucks, but I do feel like it is partially also dependent on the person who runs your neighborhood, because the person from UPS who runs our neighborhood is just honestly a dickhead. But I feel like the person who runs our neighborhood from DHL right now, at least, is a pretty decent person. I mean, sometimes they're still lazy, but at least what they do is they'll ring the doorbell until someone like buzzes them in for the hallway downstairs, and then they'll just dump it downstairs, which kind of sucks still because technically my neighbors could steal it, but because all of the neighbors are dealing with this same delivery person, everyone is kind of like, okay, you know what? Let's just be respectful towards each other's packages. Because we all know that our packages are at risk, you know? Yeah, That would be so nice, Thomas. Honestly, I feel like maybe if I could see, because I live in a building with quite a lot of people, I've thought about this multiple times where it could be super convenient if we just had a package locker downstairs, like in our main hallway, just like for everyone who lives in the building. Because then every single postal service could just put it in there. Like, I wouldn't mind going to pick it up downstairs. We have an elevator in the building, so I can just easily go pick it up downstairs myself. But, like, please don't make me go all the way across town to go pick it up. That is so frustrating, Panda. 10 heavy boxes of your feeding tube supplies, and they always leave it blocking. See? But this is, I'm like, how can people be like that? Like, you literally are just ignoring someone's needs at that point. You're just being a douchebag. I'm so sorry that you have to deal with that. Like, I have thought about this so many times where I'm like, okay, I am in a position where, one, I have a partner who can help me, you know, carry heavy stuff if need be. But, like, not everyone is in that position. And like you're saying, like, if you're a wheelchair user, you're so much more limited in how easily you can just quickly go pick something up, even if it wasn't delivered, like, to your doorstep. What the hell?
Oh, neeb. Ugh.
This CC creator really went out of their way to make the texture of this counter is dirty. They took that job very serious.
Moochie Peachy. Voosh. Luna. From.
Oh no, Panda, that sucks.
Vobao. Zuma Forb.
Instant mold. But like not a little bit, but like, you know, Last of Us level mold. This counter was inspired by my last Minecraft build. It's so disgusting. Okay, we have so many baked goods now. So let's actually go take care of our needs, like clean that counter. You could do one more painting, actually. 12 boys in a student home level disgusting. Yeah, it really is. They fished that counter out of the ocean. It really looks like it has been at least in water for like a decade or something. Received notification saying I was not at home. Gosh, I filed a complaint and demand a new delivery. Yeah, no, that's super fair. Good that you filed a complaint, by the way. And he doesn't even go to, oh my god, that at least they checked. At least they like just believed you and did the GPS tracking, because I've also had it where I contacted like a postal service and they were like, no, we trust our delivery guy. If he says that he's been to your area, then he has. And I'm like, no, he hasn't. A nice secondhand counter, last used on Titanic. Yo, by the way, speaking of the Titanic, this is like something I remember when I was young. I always used to think that I would like want to dive to the Titanic one day. Like not like actually do it, but that would be like one of those things. I was like, oh my God, wouldn't that be so cool? And now I'm like, why on earth did I ever want to do that? You know how scary that is? I've seen like the documentary where they go down with the cameras and like they film. I'm like, why would I ever want to go down there? I don't understand, but like, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome in. Like child me genuinely thought that would be cool. Child me had weird thoughts sometimes. I don't have a camera doorbell, but sometimes I just want to be petty to get one just to show them the footage of them not even driving past. Yeah, I can understand that. Can't even watch them do that on documentary. No, but that's fair. I think now as an adult, I don't know if I could watch that anymore either. I'm kind of terrified of the ocean. To get out of there, yeah. I feel like I guess I understand why delivery guys do the job so poorly as they do. They have like a quota of packages to reach. So they like need to deliver X amount of packages in a day to get paid properly, or at least here. It's like they have minimum wage, but then there's like their boss will tell them that their job performance is bad if they don't deliver enough packages, blah, 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 you know, et cetera, et cetera. And then it was kind of like, I realized that we live in a building where they first have to ring a doorbell downstairs, then come inside, wait for the elevator, go upstairs, find the right door. Like, that takes a lot of time. So naturally, when they see that building and they only have one package to deliver there, they're going to be like, okay, skip, because in the time that I deliver here, I can do 3 regular houses. So I guess that's why. That's even more annoying if it's like, oh, this was delivered, and you're like, no, it wasn't. I'm pretty sure I'm not in possession of this package. I'm sorry. I think so too, yeah. The ocean seems so much scarier than space. Although, space also kind of scares me. Like, not really if I think about it superficially, but if I think about it too deeply, space is really scary. But the ocean is definitely scarier. But also, if they would have asked to deliver it in the elevator, though, then it can go up. Wait, what do you mean, Esther? Why did she wake up? You were already sleeping. Go back to bed. What? I feel like I have this really weird bug in the game where my Sims will just sleep for like 5 minutes and then just wake up again. Even though there's no reason for them to wake up. No, I don't want to create a copy. I want to sell it. And then I want to go to sleep as well. Quick shower and then sleep. Yeah, I'm not a fan of fishies. If someone knows, it's you. You were there when I had my fishy panic attack. That was genuinely the first time I had a panic attack. Like, I really couldn't breathe. But at the same time, I don't think I've ever swam that fast. So, little story time. We were in Aruba and we went snorkeling. Because I will like try to put my fear aside because I want to see turtles. Because turtles are the best. And in Aruba, there's like a couple of places where you can actually go not even that far out. Like, you don't have to go deep ocean kind of situation. It's like pretty like surface water. You can still see the floor of the ocean. It's easily. Like, it's close. You could even swim down to touch it. Like, close. So you don't even have to go that far out. So we were swimming, looking for turtles. Feeling pretty lucky, found turtles quite quickly. Yeah, pretty shallow. That's what I was looking for. Thank you. Was so nice. We found turtles. We were like swimming. Yay, all good. But at the same time, like, you're breathing through a snorkel, which already is not great for if you're like trying to keep your breath calm, because you cannot take really deep breaths, or at least that's what I struggle with. So I was like, okay, fine. I really want to see turtles, so I'm going to do this. Then at one point, there was a fish that looked like a shark, okay? It was a tiny shark, but it looked like a shark. It turned out that it wasn't a shark. It was, ironically enough, a shark sucker, which is a fish that will attach itself to a shark body to eat from their skin, because there's like, you know, all the kind of like fishies and growth and stuff. And then like those fish will eat that. But those are super curious fish. So those fish will like follow you around. But not like, oh, they will follow you and then when you swim away, they'll leave you alone. No, they'll like follow you around. So it kept coming really close, trying to, I don't know, eat you, I guess. No, I think it was like, I don't think it would have done anything, but the fact that you have like a fish that you think is maybe a shark, because when we were in that water, we genuinely weren't sure. We genuinely thought it was a shark. Keeps on following you. Yeah, and there's a video of this. There's like a video of this fish trying to follow us. Because we were trying to film the turtles. But at one point, this fish came so close, and I have a huge fear of fish touching me. And like tiny fish is kind of like, haha, funny. But like this fish, my body just full on shut down. It was like panic. I don't think I've ever felt that much panic. So I couldn't breathe, but because I was snorkeling, not being able to breathe felt so terrifying. So I was like, I have to get out of here right now. I swam from like where we were in the ocean back to the shore so fast that by the time like my group of friends, including Steph, realized that I was going back, I was already back.
Skooma.
But because everyone was snorkeling, we couldn't really talk either. I couldn't say like, I'm really scared, I'm gonna go. Yeah, and then everyone left because people noticed that I was gone, so people started going back as well. And then all of a sudden, Steph was all alone with the scary fish in the ocean, trying to film it. So yeah, that was my adventure with a looking back, not a shark, but I thought it was a shark. I was so fast, guys. I zoomed through that water. And then I was sitting on the shore and I was like crying and shaking because I was so scared. Looking back is kind of funny. In the moment, it was not very funny, but looking back was kind of funny. Especially because my reaction was so out of proportion. Like I panicked so bad that I all of a sudden had like superpowers in swimming. I went like, gone. That is true. We spotted so many turtles, and I saw so many turtles after with surfing as well. So I already felt much better. It was fine. It was good. Okay, so we've taken care of ourselves. It's like afternoon already. My goodness. But like both my sims are doing pretty good. Her fun is a bit low, but I think that's fine. I want to see what we can take with us. We kind of have a lot of spoiled food, I guess. Oopsie. Okay, let's see. We have... Oh. Well, we have 2 half-eaten carrot cakes. That's awkward. Hello? That was weird. That was like such a slow glitch. I'll take both of the carrot cakes. Hello? We'll take the exotic fruit pie. We'll take the cheesy bread. Also, Rivera, sorry, I just realized I saw you come in and I totally was like in the middle of my story and then didn't say hi. But hi, I hope you're doing well. Also, Creamy Muffin, welcome in. Do you use any CC? Yes, I use a lot of CC. Not when I'm building, but when I do gameplay, I use a lot of CC. If you're curious, you can type ! Sims mods. Thank you, Esther. Wow, Esther, genuinely same brain cell today. And I have a whole overview of all the CC that I have in my game and also all the mods that I use. So if you want to check it out, feel free to do so. Okay, that is spoiled. We can get rid of that. We've made so much food. Oh my goodness. What is this bug? Do you guys see this? I'm like, it's already moved to my inventory, but for some reason, I'm still stuck holding it. Sourdough loaf we can also take. I don't know how much we should take. Lemon bars, we have 2 of those even. Spinach and onion quiche. I'll take the sweet potato pie. I'll just leave the grilled cheese. Good shout. Let's save. I don't think I saved today, so that's actually... Well, no, I saved when I left to place the other build. So I did save, but it's been a while. It has definitely been a while. Also, when we get to the lot, I think we need to place a cooler box because I don't want to put all the food out immediately. Although I think if it's on one of those tables, it doesn't spoil as fast. But I want to make sure that we don't put out all the food and then let it spoil because that would be such a waste. That would be such a waste. Okay, let's travel to the market to see if we can sell our baked goods today. Because I feel like we haven't done that, and it's a really good... I was gonna say, it's a really good waste of time to do that now. No, that's not what I meant to say. That is not what I meant to say. I did not mean to say waste of time. Also, this should be a community market, which actually means that there should also be other Sims selling things on this lot. I'm actually really excited to see that. I think it's a newer lot type. I don't think I've ever been to a community market. I think it actually came with the new expansion pack. So I'm curious to see it. I don't think they used anything from the new expansion pack, though. I think they just used existing stuff from the game. But I think the lot type specifically, although maybe it was added to the base game, because normally they do that when you have a pack that comes out. Although I think the speakeasy is part of only the new pack. But correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe that was added to the base game. I actually don't know. I've been so bad at following updates for this game recently because, you know, for reasons, I kind of tuned a lot of it out. I was kind of like, yeah, I want to enjoy this game and just not think about all the drama. Okay, so we have all of these stands here. Let's see which one we want to go to. Is there one that has like, I don't know, a sign or a color or something that kind of feels like us? Maybe this one. It's like the simplest one, but this lot is so cute. I know, right? I just downloaded it off the gallery earlier. I just looked for farmer's market and then it showed me this one. And I actually like it a lot. But like I said, I want to quickly get a cooler box so that we can... I mean, there's a fridge back in the kitchen, but that's kind of annoying with, like, dragging stuff. And I think if we get that cooler box from... I think it's Outdoor Retreat has one. I'm pretty sure Outdoor Retreat has one, but... let's actually not look at debug and live edit because then my game... and let's show maxes. Yeah, we have the Chillville Portable Cooler or the Mega Cooler. Let's go for the Mega Cooler because that sounds mega cool. Sorry. That was such a bad joke. Oh, yeah. Honestly, adding reshade makes such a big difference into how your game looks. That is super true. Like, even if you don't use any CC, like the default Sims things already look a ton cuter. I don't know if this command is actually up to date. Yeah, the only thing that I don't have is the lighting override. I want to add that back, though, because now that we're not going to get any more expansion packs, I believe that one should not break as often anymore. So I am hoping that I can add back Sunblind because Sunblind makes the game even prettier. Even prettier. But it was very annoying because if you want to install Sunblind, what you basically have to do is you have to download every single lighting override and then you have to go into the game files and open the folder for every single world individually and then override their lighting file. No, there's not going to be any more expansion packs for The Sims 4. Only kits. And the kits will only be available on the new marketplace. You will no longer be able to buy kits through the EA app. And there's not going to be any more expansion packs, stuff packs, or game packs. It was only, like, the thing is they've announced this in a blog post. And that blog post was, like, primarily about the new marketplace. So a lot of people were like, I don't care about the marketplace, so I'm not going to read it. But in that post, they're like, yeah, from now on, moving forward, the kits are only going to release on the marketplace and we're not going to, this is like the DLC that you're going to get. They're not really developing Sims 5, which, like, it's confusing. I don't understand why they don't want to call it Sims 5. They are developing the next successor or like the next Sims game. That is not a guess. That is, they've said that. They've come out and said that they are working on multiple new Sims experiences. Some for mobile, some for general. But the weird thing is, they refuse to call it The Sims 5. And the things that they've leaked so far, there was like, originally there was Project Renee, which was supposed to be a multiplayer experience. That got canceled because it turned out that it wouldn't work. But then they were still developing something. So, like, everyone's really confused, but they are working on the next generation of The Sims. Whatever that may be. I wonder if it's going to die. I think The Sims over time, like, as long as there's no new Sims game, people will continue to play it. But I do wonder where The Sims is going to go. But we all know. I think it was said with as many words, Rose. As far as I remember, it was said with as many words in the blog post that there's not going to be any more expansion packs. Can I not put it in that cooler? Oh. Well, that's unfortunate. Okay. We don't own this item. Oh, do I have to, like, purchase it at our own lot and then, like, drag it from our inventory? Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Welcome in. But maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe it wasn't actually in that blog post and I'm just imagining things, but I feel like it was in that post pretty clearly. But I mean, you can still play games that don't get any specific updates anymore. It's fine. There's many people playing older games still, so I don't think it per se will change that much. It's just there's not going to be any new packs, which honestly I'm also kind of okay with because there's already so much content. Right? There's like so much content for this game. Okay, hold on. I don't need 2 lemon bars. I'm just trying to put out all of the different foods that I have. I'm a little bit scared that this is not going to work for sales, but we'll just see. And the breadsticks. There we go. Oh, and that very bad... Okay, hold on. That is the worst spinach and onion pie ever. I'm not even going to try to sell that. We have a half-eaten carrot cake, though. Yeah, leave it to be incredibly vague. Okay, tent table. And then... once she's here, we can actually start the yard sale. Hi, Gina. Hello, hello. Had to watch the first hour stream to catch up on the rebrand, and I love the new alerts of everything. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. Start a yard sale, and we can mark up the prices. Let's start with 200%. Just to see. Also, it says there's nothing in the stock of this table. View inventory. Do things stay... Hold on. This is going to stay for 5 days. I think on the table itself, they basically stay fresh the same amount as they would in a fridge. So that's good. Let's go. Thank you for flexing. Oh my goodness. Okay, and now we just have to... Okay, we're tending the table. There's very slowly Sims coming in. But they're not really buying anything. Yet. At least. Oh, they're all disappearing again? Annie is also a vendor. What is she selling? Oh, she's selling swords. That's kind of cool. That is kind of cool. But I don't think many people want to buy stuff. This yard sale is not going very well. Okay, I do want to take a screenshot. To access the inventory? No, I can access the inventory. I can do view inventory, and then I can see the inventory of the table. That works. It's also supposed to work. At least as far as I know. That one raindrop is really annoying. Like, it's really in my view. Dedicated food sale table. As far as I know, that shouldn't make a difference. As far as I know, they're all the same. Like, they work the same in game. They just look different. But the reason isn't really that she isn't selling anything because she's on the wrong table. The reason is because there's no Sims on the lot. So a different table wouldn't really change that. Yeah, I fixed it. Stupid raindrop. That's a really good photo. If I was making a thumbnail, this would be my thumbnail. Look at her. Selling to no one. To be fair, the tents, they look nice, but they're kind of annoying for gameplay. But yeah, there's like no one here apart from this one other person. And this... Oh, someone... Our good friend spawn in. Come on. Come on. Buy something also. Hold. Headline effects. on. There we go. Nigel, that's his name. We sold something. Let's go. 132? What did you buy? A golden bagel? Okay, but actually it's working. I was just impatient. I was just impatient. Look at this criminal selling food. It's like, come look at my baked goods. I make bagels and pies. Oh my god. Second sale. We literally made like more than 200. We are making more money with selling baked goods already than we made in the criminal career. I like it. This is good. This is a good front. Then people in the neighborhood will be able to attest that we have actually been selling our stuff at the bake sale here. Come on. She made it. She is a surprising good baker. Okay, come on. So, everyone purchase more. Come on, you got this. We do have good amount of customers. People are checking out our store. Oh my god. All of these royals. The Grand Duke is here to buy bagels from us. Oh. Run the stock interaction before tending. There's nothing in the stock. Did it all just return to our... What? You guys are seeing this, right? It's all gone. It's not in the inventory of the table. I cannot tend the table. All of our shit is gone. No one bought it. It just vanished. I mean, we have more stuff, so I'll just put that out. And we need to get the baking skill up anyway, so it's fine. But what the hell? She's far too tense. Is my UI cheats not working? I cannot cheat away her moodlet. It happened again! What the hell? That sim took it away? You mean this sim? Oh, you're gonna be my enemy. This bitch. Oh, we are gonna punch her in the face. We need another enemy anyways. She did the grab animation and it all vanished? That is insane! How is that even... Arguments, yell at her. You're like, you stole my baked goods! You stole my cake! Oh my god, and all the royals are here to watch this? Oh. They're just making out next to a fight? Uh-oh. Mean? Malicious? Fight! Imagine. You stole my bagels! Imagine fighting an elderly lady. Oh, good question, Esther. Probably like 3 hours, 10 minutes, something like that. They now despise each other. Can I become your enemy? Declare enemy. Ooh, Black Mirror is so good. Also very disturbing, but so good. They are now enemies. Let's go. I mean, to be fair, it's valid enemy. You literally stole my baked goods, all of them. They have beef. I feel like with our neighbors, we just picked random beef. But with her, it's such a valid fight. Like, she just stole my stuff. But then, what do we do? How many Sims total have you created throughout the course of this challenge? I have no idea. I mean, as in the Sims that are part of this challenge, you can all see them in the family tree. But not all of them were created. Some of them were born and then I gave them like makeovers and stuff. The rest of these are just NPCs. So I didn't really make them. They kind of just show up. Okay, but that was my bake sale. I literally lost all of my baked goods. Every single one of them is just gone. Her fun is also really low, so I think she's gonna go home. Crocodile and I was disturbed. I don't remember what the episode that was. I just remember there's one episode of Black Mirror that will for always, forever have a very special place in my heart. San Junipero. I've watched that singular episode like at least 5 or 6 times. It's like it's a little bit disturbing, but it's one of the beautiful episodes of the show. And it is such a, like, I get chills just thinking about that episode. Yeah, that's just a full-on feature film. I agree. To this day, I think that's one of the best episodes. There's also some episodes that I remember watching when they came out, thinking, oh my god, that's so dystopian. And then like a couple of years later, stuff like that was actually happening. And that's the moment when I was like, oh my god, this show is scary. Yeah, just that episode specifically, season 1, episode 1, I'm like, one, that episode is very disturbing. And secondly, stuff like that when it was made felt almost impossible. Stuff like that now feels like it could just happen. But yeah, episode 1 is definitely, I think for a lot of people, they watch that episode and they're like, oh, this show is not for me. Even though the show could actually be for them, because there's a lot of really good episodes that aren't like that. But yeah, that episode, I can recommend skipping it. You can always, if you've watched the rest of the show and you want to give it a try, you can. But I would actually not recommend that as the first episode. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. I don't think I've seen that one yet, Thomas. Or at least I'm terrible with the titles. The only one that I know is San Junipero, because that like has a special place. Oh, White Bear. I do remember that title. Hold on, what was that about again? Oh, that was such a good episode. Oh my goodness. Yeah, White Bear is really good. Absolutely crazy. As in, the concept itself is wild, but such a good episode. What was the episode? You mean San Junipero? Without giving any spoilers, it is the gayest episode in the whole series. And I mean that in the best way possible. It is about a story of 2 girls that meet and fall in love in a time where being openly queer was only starting to become a little bit more normal. Definitely not normal yet, like not as in accepted fully, but you know, slowly getting there. And throughout their story, you actually unravel a lot more about what's going on behind the scenes, but that I won't tell you because, you know, that would give it away. Oh, the first episode about the Prime Minister of the UK getting cyberbullied through YouTube to basically he gets bullied to a point where he does something absolutely vile and films it and puts it on the internet. And the absolutely vile part is genuinely one of the most disturbing scenes I have ever seen on TV. And that says a lot because I've watched quite some disturbing shows. I mean, for anyone who's ever watched Outlander, the season finale of Outlander, the scene with Jamie and Frank, Black Mirror is more disturbing. It's genuinely sickening. Yeah, like genuinely sickening. It's kind of like I was a bit shocked that they made that. Like I remember watching it and thinking, wow, doesn't that go just like a little bit too far? But like that was kind of the point of that whole episode, was to show people like this show is about the things that feel like they go too far. It's just that one is very specific. Oh wait, yeah. Well, true, but at the same time, Tom, I don't know if you've seen it, Thomas, but oh, Once Upon a Time. Oh, oh my god, they announced the people that are going to be at Dutch Comic Con. The actress of Emma Swan is going to be one of the meet and greets at Dutch Comic Con. I messaged my management. I was like, can you please get me into Dutch Comic Con? You would still have to pay for the meet and greets, but like, I would, you know. Also, the weird screen flickerings, I think, is a game bug. Because it's happening for me too, in case you guys are seeing it. What have I not seen? The first episode of Black Mirror. I know, Scarlett. It's very, very, very daunting. One Tree Hill. Ooh, it's nice that they put that on Netflix. I don't think I've ever watched it. There's a lot of shows I've never really watched. And then it's like kind of overwhelming to still start them because there's so many episodes or like so many seasons. I first have to finish Bridgerton before I start any new show. Wait, really? I did not know that, Thomas. Oh. I mean, okay, may I make a recommendation for Lost? Watch it. Don't watch the last episode. Just don't. Just watch it until like the second to last or semi-second to last. Like, I don't know. Just skip the last 2 or 3 episodes. You'll be better off. But specifically the last episode. Just don't watch it. Then you'll enjoy the show. Then you'll be like, oh, this is such a good show. This is such a good story. That last episode ruined everything. I was so pissed. In the morning while playing Sims. Oh, I really wish that I could do that. Have you ever heard of something called the motive trials? Apparently they take a bunch of Sims and put them in a remote place and let them battle it out like royalty. Do you think you'd... Since when are the Hunger Games? And only if it lasts less than a fortnight. Yeah. Oh no. It only ends when there is one Sim left standing. Yeah, well, that ain't me. Hunger Games Sims Edition. No, for real. Okay, well, we need to make more baked goods because I would like to try and do another yard sale tomorrow, I guess. I'm still so pissed. She stole all my baked goods. What a bitch. But if I finish the show, I will watch everything because, yeah, fair enough. I mean, that's true. Okay, you already knew about the controversy. That at least helps. Then at least you didn't go into it blind thinking, oh, this is going to be so nice. And then it like ruins it on the last episode. It's kind of like knowing that the last season of Game of Thrones is trash, but still starting the show. Like, I can still recommend watching it. Game of Thrones is amazing. The same with Lost. Like, I really enjoyed all those seasons. It's just don't... And even if you watch it with that mindset of, okay, this is not going to be what I wish it would be, but it's still, you know, fine-ish. Prison Break. I only watched like the first 3 seasons of Prison Break, I think. The first season of Prison Break is so good. Like after that, it gets a bit more complicated. Not bad, but just a little bit more complicated. But I heard, I didn't watch it yet, but Scott watched it and he actually really liked it. He really, really liked that new spin-off. It's nice that they did a good job with that. Makes me happy. Also, hi Nana, welcome in. It's so good to see you. I hope you're doing well. How have you been? Also finished it. I've never finished Prison Break. I should really finish it. Intro Affinity, that was the sequel to the USS Callister episode, but it's so good. I don't think I've seen either of those, or at least not that it rings a bell. But now I'm kind of like, I should probably watch Black Mirror again. But also Black Mirror is one of those shows you can watch like an episode and then you should just like take a little mental break. Doing really well. I'm so happy to hear that. And yeah, Prison Break is great. It's a good show. I should probably finish it sometime because I would actually like to know how it ends. But I'm doing good as well. I'm very happy to be just doing some chill Sims gameplay. What is Schnitz Creek about? I feel like I've heard that title, but I don't think I've watched it or know what it's about. How to Get Away with Murder is so good. Like, I feel like also there, I have finished it. And the last few seasons were also, thank you for the follow, I appreciate it. Last few seasons were like, okay-ish. I enjoyed them. But the first couple of seasons of How to Get Away with Murder, oh my God. Edge of my seat kind of situation. Like, I kept wanting to see more. I couldn't stop watching. It was so good. With also plot twists that I never expected. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm really happy with my setup. So when someone else compliments and I'm always like, hee tee. I did my best to make it really cozy. And I actually recently, we're in the middle of a rebrand. So I have new colors as of today. So like the purple and stuff that you see is new. Yeah, that show like really had plot twists that I did not see coming. And I usually see not all plot twists, but like I usually see them coming. I've had that with reading Mistborn now. There were plot twists that I genuinely did not anticipate. I was like, wow, that's been a while since I've read a book that really, really genuinely surprised me. Like actually to a point where I was like, damn, I'm like dumbfounded. There were no clues. But we didn't pay attention and started the last season as first. Oh God. Yeah, then it's kind of ruined. I cannot wait, Marilyn. Like, I finished Mistborn and I finished Well of Ascension. I'm now like midway through Hero of Ages and I have no idea where it's going. Like, I am like, I think I know where it's going and I'm like, it's probably not going to go there. It's probably not going to go there. But I've also been pleasantly surprised with, this is obviously something that is very much from like a writing perspective, but I like how Brandon Sanderson closes his story loops. So when he gives you an Easter egg in the first book, at least so far, he has, he manages to close your satisfaction loop on that specific Easter egg. Without any spoilers. Well, no, I cannot say that without any spoilers. I just realized I would be giving something important away about two characters by just saying that sentence, which is not gonna do. I'm not gonna do that. But it's been enjoyable to see that happening. To like also actively think about it, because normally I'm that type of person that will read a book but just not think about it. I'll just read it. I'll just be entertained, but I don't really analyze the story too much. And this time around, I was like, okay, let me try and see if there's anything like particular I notice as to why I like or not like this book. And I've noticed that I really enjoy the fact that it feels like if you get like promised something or if he's teasing you with something, he does deliver. Not in the way that you expect him to do so. Like the story takes turns that you don't expect, but it does feel like, oh, if you were hoping something would happen, at least something to give you that satisfaction happens. I don't know if that's making any sense, but yeah, you get closure. Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. And that's been really nice. Because not all authors do that. There's some authors that will, for example, like, and this again is not anything specific, but there is authors that will, for example, like introduce two characters or like put them in a room together and do this whole elaborate setup of something's gonna happen here, and then it doesn't happen. And you're like, then why do this whole setup? Why create this moment? Why put these people in a room together when you're not actually going to give us the closure of actually something happening? Whereas I feel like in this book, if you notice there's a setup of two characters or even multiple characters, it will lead somewhere. It won't necessarily lead to what you were thinking it was going to lead to. It won't necessarily deliver as like the most obvious, but at least there is some follow-up. He doesn't create scenarios that don't have a reason. And that makes it very satisfying to read. Actually, we should probably get some... Maybe we should also cook some food that is like not baked goods, because we don't have any food in the house. I just realized this. There's literally nothing. So maybe we should make some food. While Amy is painting, she literally only paints. I kind of feel bad for her sometimes. Also, I think I won't go for that much longer. So I noticed that my throat is a little raspy. Like a slight throat ache. I noticed that already during Pilates this morning. I think it's maybe because I've talked a lot this week. Like, we did the 12-hour stream on Sunday, and then Monday and Tuesday was long day, and then yesterday was quite a long day. Today, I've worked a lot, so I think I'm just maybe a bit tired. And I need to record tomorrow, because I was originally planning to record... I normally record my videos on Friday, but I couldn't because I was doing all the rebrand stuff today. So I was like, oh, let me pre-record and let me record everything on Wednesday. But then on Wednesday, I wasn't feeling super great. Like, I wasn't feeling sick, but I was just not feeling super healthy either. I noticed my body just needed a bit more rest. So I took it really slow on Wednesday, and I decided to not, like, do my makeup and record and stuff. But now that means I have to do that tomorrow. So I want to make sure to go to bed on time tonight, so I wake up refreshed tomorrow and I can actually do my recordings instead of pushing it today and then screwing myself over for the weekend. Especially because, this is going to sound really silly, but Scott is going to be away for like a lot of the weekend because he has a rowing competition and a concert. So I have like a home alone weekend, which means that tomorrow I get to like record on my own pace, and then I get to get myself some nice dinner. And I don't know, sometimes I like it. Like, I like me time. Even if I have to work a little. It's sometimes just really nice existing just by yourself. Also, Kana, thank you so much for hanging out enough that you got to redeem the palm tree roll. Let's freaking go. Let's freaking go. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please enjoy your time standing as a beautiful palm tree in our community Discord. Either I will set it up after stream, or one of my mods will probably beat me to it because they're usually faster than I am. But thank you so, so much. I appreciate that lots. Okay, she went to sleep, which is arguably valid considering it's like 2 a.m. in the morning. I think I'll just let you use the bathroom and then also go to sleep. Because I'm tall. Nice. We like to see tall people growing into even taller palm trees. Also, thank you, Esther, for setting it up. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Okay. I think once my Sims are asleep, that might be a nice moment for me to wrap up. And then I'm gonna, like I said, give my voice some rest. I actually have to record quite a lot tomorrow. Like, talking videos as well. Like, lots of scripted things, which is fine. I'm excited about the videos that I'm making, but that just means that, you know, it's not going to be like a speed build. It's mostly just me yapping into a microphone. Okay, my Sims are sleeping. Let me make sure to save. The next time we're playing Not So Berry, which will be next week on Friday, I actually really want to see if we can do another bake sale, this time without getting robbed. It's kind of ironic. Like, a criminal gets fired from a criminal job. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Then starts to do baking as a front to become a better criminal, and then her baked goods get stolen. Couldn't have written it better myself. But yeah, I think we'll be back with Not So Berry. Abu! I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna continuously sing the last notes of that, probably. Abu, thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. How was your stream? I hope you're doing so well. How is co-working today? I'm very excited to catch up with you next week. Very, because it's been too long. We really have to yap. I was just ending though. So if you want to do a cheeky little double raid, then you're welcome to join if you want to. Because I literally was just saving my game. You have another alert. I Echolilia on. Congratulations. But thank you so much for coming over. I hope you had a really good stream. Of course, Abu, welcome in, and Finn, welcome in. It's really good to see you as well. I hope you guys are all doing very well. Like I said, I was also just about to raid, because my voice is a little tired. But I just want to say thank you guys for completing the daily goals. I appreciate it. I know they don't look completed. That's the only confusing thing about them updating automatically. Oh, that couch is from the Cozy Keech kit. It's my favorite kit. It's from my Shuno-san. If I will go home with a Switch... Abu, stop it. We were literally talking about this earlier. I cannot be influenced. You are not allowed to buy Switch 2 because then I will feel influenced to go buy Switch 2, okay? No, you can go buy Switch 2 if you want to, but then just don't tell me about it. Don't make me jealous. And then I don't want to hear anything about how great it is or anything, because then I will buy one too. I feel this. I very much feel this. You'll buy one on the 23rd. Okay, fine. Fine. Okay, you're cool like that, okay? You can just buy a Switch 2. No, but thank you for the raid. I do really appreciate it. And if you buy a Switch 2, I'll support that decision and I'll be very happy for you. A little bit jealous, but very happy. But yeah, like I said, we were just about to raid out, so we're gonna do a cheeky little raid. So if you want to come along and do a double raid, feel free to do so. I'll be back with streams next week. We have a very regular schedule next week, so I'll be doing co-working and gaming on both Monday and Tuesday. During the day, we have co-working. During the evening, we have gaming. I will be doing Minecraft on Monday because I want to work more on the Forever world. On Tuesday, if all is well, we will actually have a Town to City update with the terraforming. And I really want to check that out. And once we've checked out the update, I just want to play some Town to City because it's been a while. And then on Friday, we're going to play Not So Berry again. So it's going to be a very relaxing and like cozy week next week. We have normal co-working schedule Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. So if you want to come hang out for that, feel free to do so. And then, of course, we have the final parts of the Row brand raffle on Monday and Tuesday. So both on co-working and on gaming, I'll reveal the next part. So be there or be square, you know? Town to City update. Yeah, it's a huge update. They're finally adding terraforming, bridges, and a whole bunch of playground equipment. You're so sweet, Abu. What the heck? Also, I totally didn't say this. For anyone from my side, if you're not following Abu yet, what are you doing? Go fix that right now. Can we get another like chat shout out? I know we can't do another big one, but if you're hanging out here, please, please, please go follow Abu. Abu is the most insane talented artist I know. Does wonderful co-working combination with art streams. Also happens to be one of my great friends and moderators. So you all have to go check him out right now. But yeah, I feel like, you know what kind of day it is? It is a Simsy raid kind of day. It's been too long, you know? I want to go say hi. I also have a sub anniversary there. I just realized. 37 months. That's a really long time. Also, we're going to test the end of stream thing. Which, fun fact, means, I'm just going to give you guys the heads up so you don't think I have forgotten it. From now onwards, I will not start the raid until we are on the ending screen. So we do all the things, then I go to my ending screen, and then I start the raid. So it's going to be a little bit different than normal. You'll see why. And now I'm going to have to prep just in case the test doesn't work, I need to have my button in my browser. Because, you know, my Stream Deck button earlier didn't work for the stupid wheel, so you never know. Need a comfy raid. Yeah. Gonna do a good comfy raid. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be good. Okay. I think I have my button. Oh, you will know. You will know, Thomas. If it doesn't work, I will... Oh, you mean like let you know if the button works or if I need to manually press it? We'll see that. Oh, yeah, we can do Simsy already. We're definitely rating Simsy, so we can up the counter. But yeah, if you guys are hanging out here and you would like to join our Discord, if you want to follow me on any of my other socials, if you want to check out my YouTube channel where I also post cozy gaming content, or you want to check back any of the previous streams that I've done on my VOD channel, all of the links to all of that were just posted in chat. Specifically, the Discord could be interesting if you want to know when and what I stream. I post my schedule every single weekend in time zone friendly ways, meaning that if you're on a different time zone than me, you should see the time zone or like the schedule in your own time zones. Let's go. Only 3? No way. Also, that is just the counter, right? We need to do Simsy raid. There we go. Now it's 4. Today's gonna be 4. Still behind, but 1 more. So we're getting there. But yeah, I'll set up that raid when we're on the ending scene. Enjoy the ending scene. I hope you guys think it's fun. I hope it works. Otherwise, it would be very stupid. But I'll talk to you guys after the weekend. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your time zone and a lovely weekend. And I'll catch you guys later.